and good evening, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful week. I gotta say, we're starting off with this CPL Premier League, and it looks like, oh my god, we got quite a few new teams in this Division 3. Some of them are actually worthy of Division 2 or even Division 1, but they do have to go through the works, and we're gonna need to see how they fare against each other, and of course, how fast can they actually reach Division 1. I do have to say, on one side, we do have a kid with FizzLePoisson, Pizza and Barak coming up for Chacun Pour Soi, everybody for himself, as they say. Halland, Zero, David Lich and Slay will be playing for Komanda. It is a new team formed actually with former forever young members. If I remember correctly, Halland was over there, and we did have some members coming up from other teams, which, to be honest, I'm not sure exactly who, maybe 12 plus, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, we have seen Chacun Pour Soi quite a few times in the previous CPL squadrons. Of course, we've seen him in the wildcard tournament, and as you can see over here now in the CPL Premier League, they do need to start from over there, from Division 3. In the Season 3, we're going to need to see how fast and how quick can they actually reach the top. We do have in the map pool choices actually. Wait, is that oh, that's Rich Highlands over there. Oh my god, can't we actually name it like I don't know, Rich H or something like that? I know, Rich, right? Now we do have it taken down actually with 3 more maps remaining: Pangea, Terra Map and Highlands. It looks like also the players did finish up their pre-game bans. We do have Colombia as banned from CPS. Gorgo with Scotland will be banned by their opponents over here by Komanda. Sejong will also be banned by CPS. That's the Korean leader over here that has been actually making quite a bit of an appearance in a lot of the games from the CWC. Linda, hello there, sir. It's the file name F57 gave it. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you so much, by the way, Project Cisco, for the result. Much appreciated, say. Also, Linda, good afternoon, ma'am, and welcome. I do have to also see over here. Hi, Nick Dave. Thank you so much, man. First of all, for the result. Second of all, for participating in the survey. If you haven't seen yet, I do want as many responses as I can get. By the way, if you guys take a look at the chat, I did share right here really quickly. The form for the CWC. It takes you a whole like 2 minutes or something like that. It's very quick, very precise, and we do want to know if we did improve versus the last season. Also, thank you so much, sir, for the resub. Much appreciated for tier 1. Also, Monstrat, good evening, sir, and welcome. Thank you so much. Picking up 2 out of 2, that first promotion, unbelievable. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I did also notice you're the first one to write in chat. Oh my god, big shout out to the man over here. Thank you. Coming back to the game over here, we do have the Pangea standard Lich is being picked up. So, of course, we're going to see basically the same type of map that we've seen yesterday, with the mountains spawning across those continent splits. That will create quite a few passageways for the teams to go for. But at the same time, it will create a lot of natural borders that the players might actually have quite a few problems walking through. We're going to need to see how they will try to evolve around it, and, of course, what kind of timings they will have during the game. Mountains, the late part of the game, are not really an issue. You just need to get there and get there safely. We're going to need to see, of course, if all of the 4 members of each team will actually get to the late game intact. We do have Hungary being banned over here as the first one taken off the board. It looks like also Teddy Rough Rider will be taken out, and Khmer. I'm expecting a lot of civilizations that do have bonuses towards war actually to appear over here, or especially land warfare to appear over here in the active ban phase. What did you miss? You missed my thank you. You missed Linda's thank you. You missed a lot of things, Cisco. I don't know, man. You missed a lot of things. Where have you been, man? Where have you been? Playing with the dog again? Oh, I see how it is. Anyway, by the looks of it, the players are taking the time to figure out exactly what kind of choices they will want in the game. This is the moment they want to take out choices from the game, from themselves and from their opponents at the same time. Both teams, I would say, are actually decently aggressive. I haven't seen in quite some time, actually, CPS or Komanda. The last time I've seen them, if I remember correctly, they were playing in the 2 versus 5 season, Komanda versus somebody, which must not be named right now. We do have Basil the second also taken down as the 4th one. Looks like 2 more choices to go, and we're gonna finally see the picks playing with the doggo. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Man, I gotta say, almost every day now for since I came back, I'm going downstairs to play a little bit with Athena, the little kitten. Oh my god, man, she's so cute. She's unbelievable. Today, actually, I went down and I went down with the big one, with the big cat that I have, and he was like going to the kitchen and he wanted to actually get something to eat or something. He was like, yeah, definitely he was hungry. But to be honest, that guy is always hungry, so you can't really, you know, listen to him all the time. But anyway, it was the little kitten was over there, and I got to scratch her belly a little bit, and then she got into a party mood, you know, fun mood, and she grabbed the other big kitten, the big cat, by the neck over here to play with him, and he was just shrugged it off. He just got out of there. Yeah, exactly. One cat emoji. We need a cat emoji. Exactly. Okay, we do have 2 more bans, the last 2 bans here, and it looks like we will have a pick here. Oh my god, we got Coupe. This is gonna be quite a game. It looks like Cleopatra Ptolemy is gonna come up in the 5th choice, and Montezuma is gonna come up in the 6th one. Kid is gonna immediately pick Coupe, and of course he's gonna benefit from the tours, from the sea spawn. That's how it is. Coupe does spawn in the ocean, but you do beginning with science and culture, and you do get quite a few perks if you do settle quite quickly. And of course, old maps like Highlands, for example, is amazing because you can just start working on a settler with that second population that you get. We do have Halland going for Theodora. Again, we do see Theodora appearing in the game, just like we've seen yesterday. Hazaki tried to play it. Maybe it's going to be a different gameplay today. Of course, with no ability for Basil, with no option to actually go for Basil. This is the next one, the next runner-up, I would say, to Byzantium. Now we do need to see how those hippodromes and holy sites will generate the culture, and of course if he's actually going to have a target worthwhile taking down. Zero over here is also thinking about his choice. He has 17 more seconds, 16 more seconds to go until he's going to need to pick something, or otherwise, well, it is what it is, you know, randomize. I hope not. I really hope not. Well, it's not really random. To be honest, a lot of the time these issues with the timer have been resolved quite quickly in between the players, even if the timer went a little bit past, like a few seconds or something like that. They just wrote in the chat and all was good. We're trying to be as you know, as friendly as possible, because it is what it is. Cisco Pony, yeah, and there we go. Sophie knows the Cisco Pony. We need to get a Cisco Pony. Okay, yeah. There, oh my god, there is actually such a thing as a Cisco Pony. Hello there, man, by the way. Clap Coupe or I don't know, man. I will need to see if it's gonna be big Coupe or small Coupe. We'll see. You've written the Cisco Pony. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, you know, you gotta hold him strong, man. We do have Xero over here with Philip II. Spain, of course, is making his appearance in the game. Interesting that, of course, on this Pangea map they will want to go for Spain, but like also I mentioned yesterday, it does feel like yes, Spain is up to the task of trading punches with the best of them, and I'm pretty sure it will generate quite a bit of gold, not to mention benefit from the extra yields that he's going to get from his trade routes. We do have also Egypt Cleopatra being picked up by Chacun Pour Soi next to Coupe. Now Egypt, you've seen yesterday, it has the ability to generate a lot of gold, not only for itself but also for his teammates if they're close to each other to trade. And we're going to need to see, of course, how the remap tokens, or I should say how the remap process will go through. We're going to need to see if they're going to actually use the remap tokens or not, and who is going to use those remap tokens, and more importantly, why are they going to use the remap tokens? Because of course a lot of the times you've seen the players frown at a lot of the spawns depending on quite a few variables. The problem is you never know what you're gonna get, so even if you use your remap token, you gotta be sure you're gonna use that remap token for real, and to get you out of a very bad spot, because otherwise you might end up in a worse spot than you actually arrived first. And we do have Genghis Khan also taken down in the 7th choice with 3 more bans to go. We're going to need to see what the teams will not want in this game. Still, of course, on the Pangaea standard ridges, there is quite a bit of potential for land warfare. We've seen multiple times how timings, even for horses or coursers, are actually quite preferred by the players to try to push into their opponents, force them to make an army, force them to defend themselves, and maybe do some damage, maybe do some pillaging, maybe try to take some cities and so on. Yesterday, for example, it had an incredible impact, the fact that we've seen the Corsair attack from Crete, for example, take 2 cities away from Egypt. Then we did see the Llanero attack against America and against Rome, which did almost cripple them both. Only America did manage to recover. Rome, not so much. After he lost 3 cities over there, wasn't prepared to defend at all those Llaneros. He didn't have a single unit over here on the east side. He was fully trusting America next to him to actually trade all the punches. Well, that didn't happen, and that actually, I think, sealed the fate of the game there. We do have also Crete being taken down as a ban. Looks like also Mapuche is going to be the 9th choice to not participate in the game. Of course, Mapuche is legendary with his extra +5 against civilizations that are benefiting from the Golden Age bonuses, or of course Heroic Age bonuses. So we're not going to see him in the game, unfortunately. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see even something like Macedon in this game, especially on this Pangaea standard ridges. It's been quite some time since we've seen an impy timing, for example, done very, very well. So yeah, I'm definitely up for some Zulu action. Or we might see them try to go for something a little bit more down to earth, or I should say normal. Maybe, of course, Scotland, for example, I do see that it hasn't received a ban over here. We still have Rome, which as you've seen, it is very preferred by the players. And oh wait, Scotland got banned. Wait, whoa, Scotland got banned in the pre-game. I'm sorry, I just saw it. So okay, Rome over here, and immediately, of course, David Lich is gonna go for Rome. Okay, sorry, first time I didn't actually pronounce that R properly. Huh? Hello, hi. We do need to see what Pizza and Barak are going to follow up with choices. There are 2 more choices for Chacun Pour Soi to finish their draft, and then we're going to see Slay finish the draft from Komanda. Now, well, they do have on their side Cleopatra and Coupe. I do believe they still need something for the late game over there, even if Cleopatra can actually output a lot of gold. A lot of the times you do need somebody else to actually get the sim going, not to mention trade punches throughout the game. Interesting choice. Tamar is actually being clicked on by Pizza. We don't know if he actually locks it in because he's still picking. He didn't actually click on the ready button. And yes, Tamar actually has been showing up quite a bit more since he did receive its extra culture on its Tsikes, his unique walls, which are stronger than the normal walls. Well, Tamar over here, it looks like the players are really liking the update. The fact that they don't need to actually build those monuments while they are trying to get the walls up, or they are trying to get some holy sites up, and so on and so forth, does allow them to actually get the culture alongside the walls, and at the same time try to go for a decent monumentality. I wouldn't say a strong monumentality, I would say more of a decent monumentality. If you do get lucky with something like Earth Goddess, or having the benefits of a lot of charming or breathtaking tiles, well, yeah, that's actually amazing. We do have Barak over here with his choice, but it looks like he's quite undecided. With 11 seconds to go, he doesn't know what to pick, and it looks like he's gonna go for Cyrus, which, man, I'm gonna mention it again. We haven't seen Cyrus in quite some time shine, and maybe this is one of those moments we need to see him. We need to see what Cyrus will do over here, if he's gonna have the ability to attack somebody with those immortals at the beginning of the game, or even if he is gonna have the opportunity in the mid to late game to actually rise up to the challenge of destroying his opponents. Cyrus over here, depending on how you play it, it does tend to fall off the mid to late game for different reasons. We do have a Slay over here, Pakachuti. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is a good goal generator. I'm not sure I'm trusting the Pakachuti's ability to actually, again, be extremely good, but we've seen him actually being played out on Highlands by, if I remember correctly, who was it? Under the Gun, if I remember correctly, Under the Gun, and I believe in Van Asticos at some point really liked it. Yeah, those tunnels are amazing. Asticos, yeah, there we go. Rupert Fed, thank you. Good evening, sir. Yeah, I was remembering somebody actually tried to dip his toes into Pakachuti over here, and yeah, we're going to need to see if the gold is going to be real. We're going to need to see how he's going to try to build those terrace farms to benefit from the extra food. Maybe we're going to see him try to use his aqueducts so he can get the extra production towards his terrace farms, and of course we're going to need to see if the Wanakaks are actually going to cause some ruckus. The Wanakaks are actually a unique medieval unit that replaced the skirmisher. They are amazing when it comes to actually attacking your opponent. Very funny, but they're not as strong as they were before. I remember when they first introduced it, they first introduced the Warakaks and the Pakachuti. It was before the nerf in experience. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but around like a year and a half, 2 years ago, we did have a nerf in experience across the board. You did not acquire the experience points as you would normally. I believe there was a bit of a discrepancy between the standard speed accumulation of experience and the online speed accumulation of experience. So they just tried to match those, changed a little bit the proportions. But anyway, after that, it was very hard to actually get the Warakaks to a decent level. Before that, level 4 Warakaks with a double shot. Oh my god, they were an army. Amazing units. I think I still have some clips from like more than 2 years ago. If I remember correctly, Wazabaza was making fun using them on, I should say, in the Teamers games, in the Civ6s we were playing, and he was taking over cities with them. They're just incredible. Anyway, now let's actually see and get back to our eggs over here. It looks like the last civilizations, and of course, has been picked. Abraham Lincoln was over there. Oh, I see. So it wasn't the last point anyway. We do need to see what will happen in the game. Let's actually put up the prediction over here really quickly. Manage prediction, start prediction. Who will, sorry, how many remaps? 0, 1, 2. Let's put it for 5 minutes and let's go. Get your chance now to win more channel points, of course, by correctly predicting the outcome of how many remaps we're gonna have. Are we gonna have 0, as in no team will want to remap this? Are we gonna have 1? And this might be one team wanting this, or both teams wanting this. Of course, if both teams want this, that's it. We get locked in, or 2, each of them would actually want to use in different positions in different times their remap tokens. As you can see over here, we're loading into the first map on the Pangea standard ridges. Oh my god, okay, I just received message. Anyway, oh, this is what is this map? This is such a weird map. Anyway, I'm not even sure what it is. Anyway, let's actually see over here. We do have Egypt to talk about first on the west side. It looks like he's going to have quite a bit of floodplains to benefit from. He's going to have other cities also to benefit from floodplains to the west, to the south, to the east. If yesterday I did say about Egyptian spawn that it's not really worth it to actually get Lady of the Ridge and Marshes, well, on this spawn I'm going to say the total opposite. This is really worth it to get Lady of the Ridge and Marshes. Second spawn over there on the east side, on the coffee tile, is going to give him the extra culture. He does have possible settle also on the right style if he wants the extra food to the north, but I think he's just going to settle in place and be done with it. We are playing with BC1 balanced capitals only on, so he will get the 2-2 base anyway, unless he actually settles on something like a horse resource, which I understand it's still a problem as we've seen yesterday, but I think it's only a graphical glitch. If I remember correctly what they said over there, they were saying that it's only a graphical glitch. You still get the actual yields in the city center. I wanted to actually respond to a YouTube message over here. As you know, I am running my premieres every day, and looks like we had a message there.
Thou shall be knighted primer. Forking_night. Have a nice cast, Michael. Hope you will cast one of our games too. Battery of full charge builders.
I will, sir. Thank you so much for the prime. Much appreciated, sir. And yes, definitely. Also, Monstrat is making a comment. Looks like a foot. The map, yeah, it does look like a foot. I don't know what these are. Maybe they're high heels or something. I have no idea. Anyway. On the Egyptian spawn, we do have him to the northwest of the map. He's actually quite far away from his next door neighbors. He has Georgia to the southeast to trade with. They're actually allies. Parak is on the west side of the map with no visible enemy in sight. We do have Georgia in the southwest with southeast actually, with a possibility to actually go on the Olive Nile if he wants to. And of course, to the north, he also will have access to the Zangidanxia. This is gonna give him that extra +2 merchant points and the extra +2 general points, making it very easy to actually acquire a general. Very good city actually to settle over here as well. If he does settle over here, he's gonna get the benefits of the amber tile, and he's gonna have really easy access to Zangidanxia. We do have to the northeast actually Inca quite far away. He's an opponent actually of Georgia over here, but as you can see, the land doesn't really permit them to move very quickly. Of course, it will be probably different on Inca because he will have access to early tunnels, the Capac lands. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to make use of the tunnels that, you know, they can just teleport units across the map. It's unbelievable. If you have like connected mountain ranges over here, oh my god, you can move so fast. Anyway, on Inca we do have 2-2 base. Looks like he's also gonna have quite a few stone tiles here to the east side, the 2-2s to work, a possible settle on a gypsum tile to the north, and I do see him benefiting from a lot of mountains. This will be quite rich in food, but I do have to mention usually the terrace farms are much better when it comes to plains, so you do get some extra production as well alongside all of that food. Now we're going to need to see what he's going to try to pull off here with those terrace farms, and if he's gonna try to mix some like aqueducts or something like that to give them a little bit more production. Now next to fresh water, if I remember correctly, you do get more bonuses anyway. Then we aqueduct tile over here, receive one production if adjacent to the fresh water or not, and not an aqueduct district, so at least you still get 2 production over there because of the freshwater rivers. Let's see, to the southeast we do have Pasagade actually. Looks like a kid is gonna get his scout out in 3 turns. He does have quite a few chops to benefit from. A possible settle on a crocodile to the northwest to get the gold and get the amenity. Has also may settle to the southwest if he does want to, and he's gonna actually be quite close to Georgia, but they are allies, so they're probably gonna try to trade with each other. Actually, that means Abraham Lincoln is very far away between 3 opponents by the looks of it. Yeah, he is between 3 opponents. I'm not sure, but this looks like well, you know that picture? I think everybody knows that picture, right? Inca has a perfect preserve within mountains. Oh my god, you guys are still thinking I'm not cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like preserves, I like to see them, I like to see the yields and so on and so forth. I don't really get to see preserves in the competitive games, even though, I mean, yeah, if you can make them work, if it's gonna be just as competitive as other strategies, go ahead, my boy. I mean, do it, you know. I can't wait to actually see something a little bit different than the norm, a little bit different that can actually be at the same timing or a little bit faster than we've seen other strategies play out. Yes, let's go. Exactly like Monstrat is saying. Yes, yes, yes. Persia over here is gonna get his scouting to. I do see he's also gonna benefit from quite a bit of land, but unfortunately to the east side he's gonna have an opponent over here in the form of Philip II. We do have Xero on the southern coast, and he does have an opening to the east side if he does want to. He has access to the main ocean. We do see him with a possible settle on the Lake Victoria to the east side. He does have one single continent, no continent split over here for Spain, and I do see his possible inland settle over there to the northeast is going to benefit from quite a bit of gold from those cocoa tiles. Now we do need to see if he's actually going to populate the coast. I don't think there's anybody here that will stop him immediately, so I'm pretty sure he's at least going to put 2 cities on the west side here, 1, 2, and then we're probably going to see at least 3 cities on the right side, putting him to 6 on the coast, maybe a possible 7 if he does choose to go a little bit in the tundra, even though, to be honest, that's not really that good to go into the tundra with any kind of city, unless you're Russia or Canada, which, you know, they specialized in cold weather weather. We do have him with the possibility to actually go for a few inland as well, so I would actually say his total number would be around 8 or 9 when he's going to finish the game. To the northeast, of course, America. Oh, actually, let's talk about Constantinople here. David Lich is going to also have a coastal settle. He doesn't have the ability to go against America on the coast because America is not on the coast. We do have him pumping out a scout in 1, and I do see him benefiting from a reef fish tile in the water in 2 tiles out. Well, he did acquire it, but he doesn't have a builder yet, nor do I think he's actually going to go for sailing so quickly. Usually with Byzantium, you do want to get a religion, and you do want to benefit from the bonuses that you get from a religion. So as you can see over here, David is actually going for astrology. We do have him pumping out a second scout here, and he's going to go for his settler as quickly as possible. A lot of the times we have seen players debate in their minds if they do want to get a faster builder out to improve the fish tile, especially if they do benefit from one or more of these reef fish tiles, because you do get quite a few bonuses, but you have to be balancing the time spent for that builder versus something else, and of course the time that you get to recover the bonuses from upgrading tiles and so on and so forth. It looks like in this situation, David Lich considered that it's not that important to actually improve the fish versus getting his holy sites down faster, getting settlers out and so on. Now, which I totally agree. We do have to the east side of him, America, with also 2 of these scouts. As we passed our vision here, Byzantium did just get a builder, and I know Byzantium, I should have said Byzantium. I have no idea why I said it differently. Anyway, we do have Washington here with also quite a bit of culture coming out from these amber tiles. He also has access to a cocoa tile to give him the gold, and since he does have 1 of these warriors and 2 of these scouts, they're moving everywhere trying to figure out exactly how the land looks around him, because he knows he's actually quite far away from his allies and in between opponents. You can see actually their vision immediately tells you the story of the map over here, with America being most probably between multiple opponents, and his other allies are in a line over here to the west side. We do have somebody. Oh, catastrophic event. No, I thought there was a relic, but no relic. Anyway, the fact is America did manage to get a builder over here. He is gonna get to improve some of his resources. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually gonna try to improve the amber and of course the sheep tile over there, not only for the extra food and production, but also how to say to get closer to the south and get the bonus towards craftsmanship, this one, and improve free trials. Well, if you have the builder, might as well use it, right? Did they set standard ridges? Lincoln doesn't have mountains. Uh-oh. I mean, uh-oh. Yeah, they did set standard ridges. It is confirmed. We do have ridges definition standard. It is what it is. Ooh, then was that a slinger buy? Oh, expensive, man, expensive. Anyway, now we do need to take a look at Rome over here. It looks like this is the last point that we're gonna need to see before we're gonna have the remap option. In just a few moments over here, we're gonna see them put up that vote. Looks like we do have a settler coming up in 110 from the city of Rome. He has access to the cliffs of Dover, but I mean, that's fine actually. We do have Spain as an ally, so if they do manage to actually set up some coastal trade routes in the south, that's actually gonna be quite good for Spain and Rome at the same time. So I think he has no problem actually sitting on the eastern coast. There's nobody there to actually contest him. Now we do have him with a decent amount of land. He's gonna need to somehow split it with America. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fight for each inch over here and each settle, and we're going to need to see how Pizza will try to push out Rome away from his territory, and maybe even take him out. To the southwest, Spain is quite far away to actually interact quickly with the American units, and of course Byzantium over here is also on the west side. He's gonna need some time to actually get to the front line or towards Washington to bully a little bit America. Anyway, we do have a remap vote going on, and we do need to see what chat is saying over here. Chat, hello, wake up, chat. What do you think? Remap or no remap? What are we doing here? Remap or no remap? Are we playing this? Are we getting this going? Rute Hapfachman, Inca has a priority over Lincoln in bias. Oof. Oh my god. Wait, did you just say Inca did my boy Lincoln so badly? It pushed him out everywhere. Oh my god. It's all Inca's hope. Let's hope he goes to 2 remaps. Whoa, 2 remaps. Okay. Yeah, sure. Wait, did you vote in 2 remaps? That's why? Don't tell me you actually voted for 2 remaps. Oh, I see. You put the magical 100 points that are gonna make a lot of babies, right? And they're gonna become thousands. I see how it is. Well, we do have 1 remap going through. There is a team that has a remap token in the next one, so we're gonna actually see what's going on. I gotta say, and I'm sorry about this, I didn't actually see who wanted to remap, who was the team that had the green buttons on, the green names. Well, while we're doing the remap, I mean, I can show you something. Wait. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did release a new song on YouTube. Give me a second. There you go. Let me actually share it right here. There you go. If you like it, I did do a new one in the last few days actually. Wow, I spent quite a bit of time to try to make it. Hope you enjoy it, and of course I hope you're actually gonna like it over there and give it a share. Let me actually turn this off and put this on.
Drop that shit.
Okay, there we go. Well, I guess we passed that moment. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and of course you can take a look at it on my OnSpotTV channel on YouTube. And let's actually take a look at the players over here. What are they doing? We do have Lincoln actually with some mountains. This time he's gonna get Mount Vesuvius to the south as well. It looks like he can actually get it in the second city quite easily. At least the dive style, which is a 2-3-1, getting the benefits of extra production from Mount Vesuvius. We do have him with the 2-2 base. Looks like he actually moved away from the uranium time. He wanted to be on the east side of that river, I would assume. We do have him also with a decent amount of fresh water to the north, to the west, to the south. He has Antananarivo to kill to the west side, which is actually a pretty good city. Not only he has quite a few shops, but also 2 amenities, and at the same time he does have the fresh water from, of course, that river. We do have him also with quite a few in betweens here, west side, south, and let's actually see his opponents to the southeast. Looks like Constantinople is gonna be on the coast, and the reason I was actually gasping when I saw this spawn, because I'm pretty sure Spain over here will make a lot of dala with Byzantium on his own coast. You can imagine they're gonna trade with each other coastally as soon as they can, and I'm pretty sure they're actually gonna get a lot of stuff going. We do have Constantinople with the river network to the north and to a little bit to the west side. He has some tundra here that he's probably going to want to avoid, but still can settle cities and of course try to benefit from some harbors. I'm actually quite curious what Byzantium is going to play over here. How is he going to try to get his districts, and what is he going to prioritize? Of course, I'm expecting holy site. Everybody's expecting holy sites, right, on Byzantium. But is he going to go for harbors? Is he going to go for commercials? How is he going to go? How fast he can actually go for theater squares and so on and so forth are still questions that will need to be answered by himself, David Lich. We do have him also with two of these reef tiles to the east side that at the moment he's not actually taking into account to improve. I do have to mention these are quite expensive tiles, a 25 gold and a 25 plus a 35 if you actually want to get them. Moving forward, we do have Egypt in the west side of the map, a little bit to the front over here, to the top of the map. Looks like Scout is coming out in 2 turns from Rakedet. He does have his 2-2 base and another 2-2 to the southwest. He also has quite a few settlers to go for with freshwater. Rivers are actually sprawling to the north, to the west, and to the south. A little bit better to the southeast. I gotta say there are a lot of chops over here versus, for example, this territory to the northwest, which is, well, yeah, not that amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Egypt can make it work, even if he's not gonna benefit from as many of these floodplain tiles as we've seen in the previous map. I'm pretty sure he's still gonna be incentivized to get Lady of the Reeds and Marshes. Not saying it's gonna be an amazing one, but he's still gonna get quite a few bonuses over here if he doesn't kill all of these tiles. Of course, I would actually say probably a Temenaki city would be best. Actually, is it? No. Oh my god, this maze tile is actually not floodplain. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not even 5? No, 5. Okay, 5 plain styles. That's it. And 5 plain styles over here. That's it. 2, 4, 6 plain styles over here. Oh my god. Okay. Not that big. Not that big, I gotta say. To the southeast, we do have Spain. I did notice he does have a continent split to the east side over here. He can actually settle quite easily the copper tile if he wants to, and he's going to get the benefits of some very nice campus districts. He also has a settler coming up in 5 turns, and he popped a scout, an extra scout. I do see him benefiting from 3 of them. He's starting to advance his knowledge of the land around him and trying to figure out exactly where are his opponents. That one tundra tile in the east, Byzantium. Oh yeah, this one tundra tile. Yeah. This one tundra tile. I'm pretty sure he will be thinking, at least debating, to settle that honey tile, though. Doesn't seem like a bad settle, to be honest. Now we do have Pasacade here, Kid, popping out his scouts, and I do see him basically right next to Spain. They will be opponents, but there are quite a few mountains to pass through, and I'm pretty sure Spain is going to try to benefit from the one tile chokes he has to the east side towards Persia. I gotta also mention Spain over here is going to have to try to build as many of these cities as possible on the west side of these mountains. Maybe he's going to try to put at least one to the east side, but otherwise he's going to need to be quite careful against Persia not to get a bit too close to him. If he does manage to actually close the chokes to the east side, he's going to have a much easier time to actually develop cities over here. So again, we're going to need to see how Xero is going to want to play this. This choke on the east is not closed, as he's going to need to prepare for it accordingly. There's also Jan Causeway in between them, more towards Persia than it is towards Spain. It's much easier for the Persian units, for example, to actually get bonuses because, yeah, well, you see these giant causeway tiles are on the right side. They don't have to actually need to take a swim to get the bonuses. They can just, you know, cuddle next to it. We do have also Tbilisi showing up to the north of Persia. We do have a settler coming up in 5 turns here, and I do see his he didn't actually want to settle the gypsum tile for a 2-1. We do have him also with quite a few river networks, some mountains. He's quite close to Rome. They are opponents, so we're probably gonna see some form of a conflict over here between them. There's also Pakachuti to the east side, but he's quite far away from actually interacting with Georgia, at least for the for the early to mid game. We do have Tbilisi getting his settler out in 4. I do see him actually scouting his south side over here. He's gonna pop a few more of these huts, and he does have Fountain of Youth to the north if he actually wants to settle. Unfortunately, that doesn't actually give him a lot of yields over there. He's gonna probably need to settle in between or try to well, forget about it from the beginning. We'll see We'll see. We do have Rome coming up with a settler in 3 turns. He does have his scout moving to the south. Again, multiple rivers, west side, south, east, everywhere. We do have him also with some 2-2s to work with. And, Namadol to the northeast on the coast. Interesting. But, I mean, we're going to need to see. Maybe Spain is going to get it, to be honest, from that particular team. And Rome can play defense, so nobody can actually get to Namadol to take it down. Now we do have Halland also that needs to make a choice. He's going to meet Georgia over here, and when he's going to pop that settler, I'm actually quite curious, where is he going to want to go? Is he going to want to go to the west side here? Is he going to want to get the silk tiles and so on? How is he going to try to plan all of his cities so he can actually apply power on Georgia and resupply the west side as soon as possible? We do have also Inca with Cusco. He benefits from a +4 campus, another +4 campus over here, another +4 campus over here. Actually, this is a +4. Anyway, so many good campuses between the mountains. This time he actually has plains hills, so those terrace farms would actually be quite nice. We do have him with some grassland also in the mix to the north, while he is gonna probably get to trade with Rome, with Halland to the north. I'm actually quite curious if they're gonna try to somehow use the mountain tunnels to double the gold income, and of course, how are they actually gonna prepare for that? It takes quite a bit of skill to actually get that going. The trade routes have a mind of their own, I gotta say. Anyway, so it looks like it was actually Komanda that wanted the previous one, the previous vote, and the CPS will need to think if they actually want to keep this map or not. As you can see, they're not that far away from each other, to be honest, CPS, so I don't think they have that much to complain about. On the other side, we do have Komanda with the coastal trade routes over there. They're gonna be happy. A bit of a problem for Komanda is, I would say, Rakedet over here. Rakedet is gonna have a lot of free sim time to go for, while Spain is also gonna get some. He's quite close to Persia, so they might actually interact with each other military wise. We're going to need to see if that's going to happen. We do have a war declaration and some punches being traded between Baraka and Zero, but they don't even see their loyalty yet. So yeah, it is going to be another map. You called it, Muzrats, you called it. They did go for 2 remaps. Also Zulun, good evening, sir. 3 tile Vesuvius. Yeah, Byzantium could go nice holy sites into Artemis, into theaters. That is true. That 100 tile of Byzantium. Yes, Rome has a juicy Etemenanki. Wait, he does? Oh, over here. Yes, he does. He does. Oh my god, place it over here. Chop all of these tiles. Buy all of these tiles. And yes, and then get a Mont Saint Michel as well for the extra culture. Yes, all of the bonuses on those tiles. Man, talking about the Temenaki setup over here is like, I would call it. There we go. Hamburgers or something, you know. Oh, you put more sauce in, and then you, oh my god, you get a little bit of mozzarella in between that, and then you grill a little bit those how to say that ham, and then you put it like that, and you put a little bit of salad, and you know, like basically like that. Yeah, don't care about winning. Think of the yields. Exactly, Mirtach. You know the way. Exactly exactly, man. The yields. Oh my god, look at those yields. What happened last night? I lost, but I had some incredible yields, man. Oh, you should have seen the yields. Anyway, is anybody? Oh, oh my god. I mean, it had to happen to somebody, you know. This time it's pizza. I'm sorry, pizza. I'm sorry, Monsieur Pizza. Désolé. Oh my god, he actually spawned on an island. What is happening? But it's at least it's a big island, you know. It's not a tiny island. Can he go to space with this island? Not really. Does he have somebody to fight with? Georgia. Ooh, this Georgia spawn is icky. This Georgia spawn is very icky. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, wait. There are 2 players from CPS that actually have a problem over here. That's how it looks like. Georgia, FizzLePoisson, and Lincoln kind of have a problem. developing their cities. That's well, you know, that's lessons learned, man. You don't want to spend the remap token without this. Madrid is gonna settle, it's fine. I'm just bouncing around before I'm actually gonna start talking about them. We do have Persia over here, gonna fight Madrid. Okay, pretty good. Oh, he has Inca to the east side, very nice. Now we do have Inca also with Byzantium very far in the east. So Byzantium is going to be the one that's probably going to be simming very far in the east over here. We do have also Barak in the north. Barak is going to be safe. It's going to be safe. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We do have Halland over here to the east side. So 1-1 over here. Then we do have Inca that might actually trade punches with Persia. We don't know yet. We do have Byzantium that's not going to trade punches with anybody. And maybe a war between Spain and Persia. Then that's about it. Then we do have two very big challenges ahead of Georgia and Lincoln. They're gonna have to make you all out of this territory, make something out of this territory. We do have Pizza coming up with his builder out in 5 turns. Looks like he is thinking that he's probably on an island, and he's not gonna get a scout. He just wants the extra yields that he's gonna get from the improvements. Looks like also in the tech side we do have him going for animal husbandry, so he's probably going to be looking to improve the sheep tile over here to the south. He does have access to horses in the second ring. I do see also access to an iron tile in the second ring. A few of these deer tiles to the south that could actually prove very useful if he actually wants to get an Artemis, Temple of Artemis here in the capital, which to be honest is going to be an amazing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 amenities that he will get just from Temple of Artemis in that capital city. We do also have a decent amount of land for him to cover here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a 6 maybe cities, so a total of 7 cities, plus also with the possibility of taking over Candy, so that would put him on 8 cities on this particular land. He could actually try to expand a little bit more later on in the game on the east side, even though I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna want to do that. He's probably gonna stay on 8 cities and try to get tall. We do have also to talk about Tamar over here, and to finish the prediction, give me a second over here because I just remembered I need to finish the outcome. So two remap tokens have been used. We do have a complete prediction. There we go. You got the points. You got a point. Inca must be taking Lincoln's mountains. Yeah, good evening, Andy Robo. Somos you. Bienvenue. Spain can't escape the Persia. Yeah, he cannot. All your mountains are mine. All your mountains. No, mountains belong to me. Yeah. We do have FizzLePoisson with the warrior starting to scout to the west side. Looks like he's also going to try to go builder first here. He has the ability to improve some mercury tiles with, of course, the mines over there. He also has, by the looks of it, an amber tile in the water, another one of these spice tiles to the northwest to get the extra amenity. Fortunately for him, he's going to be kind of in a coastal setup. Yes, he has the fresh water coming up from this lake, but other than that, by the looks of it, he's not going to have an amazing amount of tiles to work for his capital. He's going to need to put districts down. He's going to actually remain without that many tiles over here. So we're probably going to see him try to go for harbors, try to get the tickets as soon as possible to get that face generation going. I'm not even sure if he's going to want to go for holy sites in this particular situation. As you can see over here, we do have him going for mining first and not going for holy sites. It is what it is. FizzLePoisson is gonna need to adapt to the situation he has. It's not that bad, but it's bad. It's not that, as in it's not critical as in for a remap, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be amazing. He's going to probably put a city here to the southwest, maybe on that mercury tile or next to it, then another connection city to the north, and then keep on going to expand on this coast to the north alongside the eastern border. Good thing is his opponent actually, is this his opponent? Yes, his opponent Spain is actually quite far away from him. It's not going to be easy for Spain either to actually put some pressure on the west side over here, and to get to Tbilisi is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for Spain. Tbilisi does have access to an iron tile in the third ring to the north, which is going to be quite expensive. In the south, the horses are going to be quite easy to acquire. I'm pretty sure the game at some point will actually choose to grow the city into that tile. We do have Zero coming up with his scouting 3 turns. He does have a diamond tile over here to the southeast, a 3-1 base underneath his capital, and we do have him also with quite a few cities to settle on this inland sea to the north, allowing him to benefit from his shipyards and the production that he's going to get a little bit later. Now we're gonna need to see Also, he's inland over here to the southeast. I did mention earlier that he's going to have Persia as an opponent. Very far away to the northeast, he's also going to have Egypt as a border, but he's not going to care about it. I'm pretty sure Barak is going to try to benefit from the chokes to plug them and not go through them. We do have Madrid also benefiting from horses in the second ring to the west side. His iron tile is actually quite far away. It's in the fourth ring to the west, right underneath his warrior over there, and I'm pretty sure he's actually going to try to put a city either on the iron tile or around there somewhere. I think on the iron tile, but anyway, we'll see. There isn't a single 2-2 tile that he could work if he does settle the iron tile in the first ring. He's going to need to spend some gold to get that. That's why I'm thinking, is he gonna settle that iron? I don't know, man. He needs to prepare the gold. You know, you need to prepare the gold. I do like this rice setup to the north towards the delicate arch over here, even if delicate arch is kind of a meh wonder. This time actually it's spawned with a few tiles that can be improved to get that extra production going, and of course benefit from the gold and the faith that wonder adds to the tiles. To the southeast we do have Persia also expanding into his diamond tile to benefit from the gold there, and I do see him also getting the food from the bananas, the 3 ones. He does have a settler coming up in 6 turns, and I do see he has Gobustan to the southwest, but as you can see there's not a lot of food next to it. Only a single wheat tile that can be improved to get a little bit more food going on that city center, but otherwise it's going to be very hard to actually grow a city to counterbalance the lack of food on Gobustan to benefit from the extra culture from that tile. Now we do have Pasagarde also with access to a horse tile in the third ring over here to the northwest, and I do see to the southeast we do have an iron tile in the third ring. Both resources are quite expensive, and Persia at the moment doesn't know about Spain's position to the northwest. Very good question if he's actually going to want to expand towards the north or take position on the east or on the west. To the north side over here he will get very close up and personal with Spain if he's going to put a city, for example, on the stone tile that will put him in attack range of the Spanish cities. We do have also Inca with Cusco. This time he's going to have a 3-2 banana to work from the beginning, and I do see him benefiting from a lot of fresh water next to all of these mountains. Let's see, where is it? This, oh, it doesn't tell me around here, but anyway, all of this is fresh water. So yeah, you see the dark green tiles next to the mountains. All of that is amazing. We do have him also with some amber tiles to benefit from that extra culture, and he could even settle one on the east side, no problems, and then settle another one to the south, which another city over here, which will benefit from 2 of these amber tiles if he spends some gold into them. We do have him also with Cliffs of Dover, possible settle to the south. That's gonna put him very close to Persia, so that might actually be a problem for him to settle. I'm not that convinced he's gonna want to go that far in the south. Putting a city on the main tile though and trying to plug this choke to the south does seem a little bit more real to me. We do have to take a look at his strategics. Iron tile in the second ring of Cusco, easy to acquire, easy to improve. I see also horses in the third ring to the east side here. He's gonna benefit from that strategic resource either by buying the tile or trying to send a settler closer to it. We do have also Rome to the northeast. Actually, oh my god, I really like this spawn. Now this is a this is a Temple of Artemis heaven. Oh yes, oh my god, look at Rome. He's actually benefiting from an extra culture point from a jade tile, extra amenity, making his people happy. 2 of these 2-3 deer tiles in this particular city, in Rome. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these camps that he could improve. Not to mention he could get the Temple of Artemis here to give him the amenities according to the resources he has. He just needs to put it over here and bam, 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 6 amenities in the city of Rome immediately. Goddess of the hunt, I can imagine it now. Can you feel the juices of the eels flowing through the Roman player? Anyway, Brody Barrett, good evening, sir. Hello. Also, Mamaleto, hello there, sir. Good evening, good evening. GG, nice spawns. Just a single comment from Mamaleto over there. We are used to it. Yes, sir. It is what it is. Let's see if we're actually going to have Georgia over here and Lincoln make the most out of their spawns to actually get out of that location. Also, nice Goddess of the Hunt for Rome. Yes, it did plus. Also, good evening, Brody. I had to leave early last night. Did Shunsu clutch or did SPA dominate? SPA dominated. They won hands down yesterday. Unbelievable performance coming out from Apul. I gotta say, I gotta mention, unbelievable. Ben did amazing also to keep 2 players in check. He took down Hazaki, but with the help of Sifi. I do want to give a big shout out, by the way, guys. I really hope you can actually take a look at the forms. Give me a second over here. Where is the form? Where's the form? Where's the form? There we go. Can you please fill out this feedback form for the CWC? We would require as much feedback as possible so we can actually get to improve in the next season. And of course, this is a way for us to actually know if there is a problem somewhere, if we did improve something, and compare it with the other feedback forms we did last season, I mean. Now, we do have also Rome benefiting from a horse style to the west side here in the first ring. He has a setter coming up in 1 turn. Possible second series everywhere here. I do have to mention west side or south would be probably the best way to go. We do need to see also what kind of... Oh, he's going immediately for archery. This kind of smells Temple of Artemis to me. I don't know about you guys, but this kind of smells Temple of Artemis to me. We do have Halland over here getting his 2 scouts to take care of the Egyptian scout. He did actually buy a slinger out of his capital city, and we will need to see where is he gonna want to go after this. He has an iron tile in the 3rd ring of Rome, quite expensive to get. We might actually see him settle a little bit closer to that. Last but not least, we do have Byzantium, David Lich in the eastern part of the map, protected by an amazing mountain range over here to the west side, where he has Inca. Inca is his ally. If, of course, if he didn't have the protection of the mountains, he's going to have the protection of his ally. We do have Byzantium here putting down his first holy site. I do also notice he's going to get that settler out in 4 turns. He has access to horses to the southeast in the 2nd ring, and access to iron in the northwest in the 2nd ring. He's going to try to populate this river to the northwest. He has another river starting with the mountains to the southwest, but I gotta say there's not a lot of fresh water here next to his cities, especially if you compare it to other nations like for example Persia or Spain and so on and so forth. I do have to mention Persia over here is going to have a rude awakening. As you can see, actually he's getting 4 settled by 0, and Kid did not 4 settle. He actually went to the east side. He has another settler coming up in 1, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually going to put it in the north over here to be as close to Spain as possible. In the cities of Constantinople, we do have a deer tile as well over there. He has some incense tiles that he can actually use to try to get a faster pantheon if he actually wants one. Though a lot of the players do want to stay away from that because they do lose that extra point of production, which is quite valuable at the beginning. He could settle the cattle tile to the south. There is enough space over there between the cities to do that. Unfortunately, no single 2-2 in the first 2 rings to actually work with. So I'm pretty sure he's probably going to settle a city there, but after he's going to get lumber mills so he can actually improve these tiles. We do have to take a look a little bit around the map over here to see if the players are starting to get their pantheons going. We're probably going to need to put also the prediction right now for who will win this game. Let's actually take a look over here. Who will win? We do have Komanda on one side and CPS, Chacun Pour Soi, on the other. If you guys don't know, Chacun Pour Soi, or I should say CPS, does mean everybody for himself. We're going to need to see if they're actually going to play a deconcentrated strategy, everybody for themselves, or they're going to try to work together for the win of the game. Also, thank you so much, Muzaf, by the way. Big ask again, if you can take a look at chat over there. There's a Google form that you can easily complete to give us feedback on the CWC. It will take you just 2 or 3 minutes, and it will help us a lot to receive feedback from the audience, see what we can improve, see where we did mistakes, and try to not make them in the next seasons. A +6 campus for Byzantium if he settles next to the marble tile. Marble tile. Wait, what? For Byzantium, you mean? Wait, what is the marble tile? Am I not seeing a marble tile here? Maybe I'm not seeing a marble tile. Anyway. Oh, this one. Oh, I see. This one, the +6 with the 3 reefs. Oh my god, nice catch over there. Yeah, that's amazing. That is indeed a +6. Looking at the possibilities over here, he's probably going to want to go coastal, and I gotta say he's not going to be that happy because he has America on the other side on this particular ocean, and America is definitely going to go coastal because he doesn't have another choice. Even with the city of Washington, I'm pretty sure he's going to put a harbor out in the second ring over here, a +2 harbor, and maybe even get his setup going over here with some Gavron Plaza, other districts, and so on going, so he gets a little bit more adjacency. Of course, as we got used to Abraham Lincoln gameplay, he is going to try to rush as soon as possible his industrial zones, and he's going to try to make as much production as possible from an early stage of the game. Moving to all of the nations in the game here, let's actually take a look at their choices. We do have Georgia getting his city next to the spice tiles, and of course improving his fish in the water. He didn't pick up a Pantheon yet. It does look like also Spain did get his first trader. He does have a triple continent split actually, by the looks of it. He does also have a settler coming up in 2 turns, and we do have him with the possibility to go to the west side if he doesn't want to be as close as he is to Persia. Slee is asking for a pause in 1 minute or something. To the east. Yep. Oh yeah, you're still talking about this. Yeah. Did anybody else actually get stuff done? Okay. Egypt. Oh, I didn't see this one. Oh my god, how did I miss this one? Julian 1 is over here to the south of Rome. It looks like not only he's actually going to get Temple of Artemis in that city center, he's going to benefit from extra culture, a lot of extra culture coming up from the tiles next to Julian Guan. This is basically the land or the culture of Reima. We do have him also protecting his settler with his scout escorting it to the south of that river. We do have him plugging in Magnus in the capital city, and still no Pantheon, but I'm pretty sure he's actually researched. Yeah, he did research animal husbandry and archery, so he can actually put down a Temple of Artemis. As usual, we do have the players going for their 3 settles at the beginning of the game, and then they're going to try to adapt around it. Is that a new wonder? Yes and no, as in it has been introduced for quite some time now in BBG, if I remember correctly, but there was a choice that at some point also introducing BBG to turn them off, and the presets actually had them all turned off. There was an update from BBG, I think like 2 versions ago, when they went in and cleaned up all of the extra bonuses, or 2 big bonuses or 2 weak bonuses on the wonders, and made them playable. So now we can actually see them in the games. They have been opened up in the CVFR Squadrons and the CPL Premier League at the same time. Plus into the west of Byzantium. Mad Beats, hello there, sir. Where did you see a +7? Oh, this one. Yeah, this one, the sheep tile. Yeah, big +7 over here. Yes, indeed, Mad Beats. Good evening, sir. How have you been, man? How have you been? Didn't know Pantheon yet from anybody. Well, it's turned 17. We should have seen some Pantheons here. Looks like Barak has enough to actually pick up a Pantheon, and he has quite a few tiles, and there we go. Lady of the Return Marshes
has joined the round table.
QNX ICS, thank you so much for the follow, sir, and welcome. Oh, I thought it was added new by Firaxis. Oh no, I mean, I'm not sure if it was by Firaxis or not. Actually, I have no idea. I think it's Sukitrax Extra Wonders mode or something like that, but don't quote me on that. If I remember correctly, there was something done by one of the modders, Jack the narrator. He at some point wanted to introduce them because it was popular demand or something like that by the single player community, and yeah, well, this happened. There was quite a bit of a pushback from the players because they thought a decent amount of the wonders are actually overpowered and they shouldn't be let in, and they didn't want to take the time to actually figure out. Oh my god, this is amazing. By the way, Rakedet is getting some help from the gods over here. The volcano next to that city center did explode, and it did increase the yields of so many tiles. A lot of food can be acquired by the cities of Rakedet, and quite a bit of production can be worked by these tiles. 4 twos everywhere and 3 twos at the same time, with the Lady of the River Marshes is getting that extra point of production on all of these floodplain tiles. He has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 tiles. That's it, 14 tiles. I mean, it's still more than the 8 that he had the last time. So, you know, there's some value in that. You know, I like. Let's take a look at the other ones. We do have also Persia picking up religious settlements. He's also sending his builder with 3 charges to improve some of his tiles. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna improve his horses and the diamonds quite quickly. I also wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna want to put an encampment down, and we're still waiting for that technology to appear over here. It looks like at the moment kid is just discovering mining, and probably that's the reason that he's not moving the builder right now, is except the fact that he, well, doesn't have movement. We do have Madrid putting down first campus. That's a +3 over here to the west side, directly on the horses. He's going to start acquiring horses immediately after he actually discovers animal husbandry. He did actually get to settle the city of Seville down in the southeast. Persia is aware of this. There can be another settle right next to Madrid over here in between the 3 cities that can be settled next to the amber tiles, and we're going to need to see if Spain will actually want to go there. We do have Persia over here getting his builders going, getting his culture going, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if we're actually gonna see a quick army coming out from Persia. We do have him improving his amenities, and I do see we need to move on and see the pantheons here. No pantheon yet for Georgia. Looking at the tech side, I do see FizzLePoisson is gonna go directly for celestial navigation, and he's gonna put down his harbors as quickly as possible. He's probably gonna get also his seekers and start to get his monumentality faith generation going. As you can see, he has a third settler going to the south, and he is aware of the possibilities to settle more cities in the north over here on the coast. Lincoln, okay, Washington getting a campus. I do see it's a +1. We do have another +2 over here. Gonna turn the other one in a +2 as well, and there is a possibility to place the government plaza in between to generate more adjacency. And of course, with the third city to the south, we'll get these 2 tiles over here of the mountains to work for extra adjacency. He has another possible location on the east side next to the reef tile. That's still a +2, so you know, both can work. We do have also him with only a single warrior. Doesn't look like the city of Candy at the moment is that juicy, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna want that city anyway. It's a good city. Kind of built a holy site, which to be honest you don't really want it, but anyway, goddess of the hunt has been chosen by Halland. We have I personally have a big question mark. Why has Temple of Artemis not started yet? We do have Halland going for bronze working. He's gonna try to be quite fast on this, and yes, he is actually gonna forward settle Egypt to the west side, which I'm pretty sure Egypt is not gonna like that much. We do have Rome using Ravenna for the extra culture points, and we do have him getting his traders out so he can actually start to generate that internal food and production. It's here for free, therefore it could have been added by Phalanxes by definition. Ave Machiavelli, hello there sir. Rambling man, good evening sir. It's not an official one. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Rambling man. Also, I think Persia had the first pantheon, not Egypt. Government plaza near 2 campuses for America would also boost the harbor tile. ++, I agree, Monstrat. Also, you said Persia had the first one? Oh, I see. So you think religious settlements was actually picked up first? Okay. I mean, sure, yeah. If that happened, okay. We do have Spain also with City Patron Goddess. He's actually going to get the 40% production towards these districts. As you can see, there's campus over here, a +2 next to the mountains. We did have that +3 finishing in the city of Madrid, and by the looks of X0 is starting to make 8 science with a 5 culture a turn. Definitely needs to improve his culture output, and of course that's the reason he's actually choosing to build monuments now. We still don't have pantheons here. Inca gonna get his campuses first. Casual gameplay over here. We're probably gonna see a follow-up with commercials, and I do see him getting his third city to the east. He did actually place that city Wilkawaman in between those 2 amber tiles so he can get the extra culture going. There is a possibility to settle directly on Cliffs of Dover if he wants to, but again, he's gonna need to be ready to actually fight Persia for it, because I'm pretty sure Persia is not gonna go down without a fight. This is a +2 campus, +3 campus, no, +2 campus over here. Is he gonna get a +3 anywhere? Yeah, possible +3 over here if he is actually gonna be, a possible +4 also between the mountains if he actually gets closer to that eastern side. Egypt is actually going to finish at Temenaki in 4 turns. Very quick beginning over here for that wonder. We still don't have Temple of Artemis being placed down, but Halland is going to start improving his camps, and as you can see, he's starting to acquire a decent amount of gold. That's only one single camp improved. He has so many others, 5 more that need to be improved. Temenaki is also going to boost the production underneath the tiles of Egypt. He's getting Liang to increase a little bit more with 1 point that production, and at the same time each of these floodplain tiles that are going to be worked by Rakuten from then on are going to get an extra point of science on them. Alex 2005, hello there sir. The geothermal tile surrounded by mountain and rainforest. Geothermal tile surrounded by mountain and okay. What level is CPL? Is it regional or international? It's international. Pangea seems to give tiles like that apparently. Yeah. Weird tiles. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at these guys, man. They found a single tile with cold weather to sit in. And maybe they're actually afraid of the elephants, you know? Maybe they're actually afraid of actually getting through the elephant territory, and they're blocked in over there. I think they might chop in Cap instead of Artemis. Okay. In Rome. Okay. For Inca. Yeah. Still no Pantheon yet here. Let's see. Oh, we got a Pantheon Earth Goddess being chosen by Byzantium. Okay, he did actually get that extra faith generation going. We do have him right now on 14 faith a turn before he finishes the first shrine. I don't see he's also putting down the third holy site over here in the south of Nicomedia. I'm pretty sure he actually chose to swap the tiles to the north, the incense tile and maybe a horse tile. So Nicomedia actually has a good tile to work. That also puts him really close to another iron tile over here. No Governor Plaza yet, but I'm pretty sure he's on the way to getting it. And of course David Lich is starting to acquire the great prophet points. No Hypatia first over here in the scientist screen. We do have Shun Tzu as the first great channeler. In the animals I do see Hanu the navigator, and well, musicians are quite far away. That's Yatsuhashi Kingyo. Koleos is the first merchant. Would have been amazing if for Montezuma. Not that much right now, and you don't see a good engineer over there, and nothing to rush to. Religious idols actually being picked up by Inca. He's gonna get the extra gold and extra faith on each of these improved tiles, improved resources with mines. As you can see, he's getting quite a few of these amber tiles improved, and he's also preparing an archer army to the south of Wilkawaman to defend against a possible Persian attack. I do have to mention archers are usually not the choice to go for when you're defending against immortals. Good thing is, it doesn't look like at the moment Persia is gonna be that aggressive. He's putting down his commercials, and he's slowly gonna get to his classical units. We do have Persia also putting his Perideza. He's more concerned about getting his golden age, and to be honest, I think this Perideza is a bit of a mistake. He's already 32 points out of 19. He's 13 points over the necessary threshold to actually get a golden age, and you gotta be careful not overshooting too much, because in the second era you're gonna have a problem getting the golden age. You just don't have the points, and then you realize, oh my god, if only I would have built that like 2 turns later. The players do have 7 more turns until the switch of the era, and by the looks of it, we do have new settlers coming up in the production queues, and we still have a few pantheons to take a look at. No pantheon yet for America. Is he even working a faith point? No, neither him or FizzLePoisson. Well, to be honest, oh my god, okay. Okay, this is definitely not the usual Georgia gameplay that we're used to seeing. We do have FizzLePoisson here, yes, getting his harbors out. We do have him also sending the internal trade routes towards the Magnet City. No tickets coming out from him for the extra faith generation. He's going to want to build up his economy, and well, he doesn't really have a target to go against on the coast. If he's thinking about that, he's definitely going to want to get out to the north and probably put a few cities on the eastern side of the coast anyway. We do need to see Georgia's economy evolve, and we do need to see what he's going to choose in the paintbrush in the golden age points. Let's see. Also, I do want to mention they're not making any faith upturn. Neither FizzLePoisson nor Abraham Lincoln are making faith upturn. They did choose to actually go for the +1 production card instead of the +1 faith and +1 cold, which will slow them down in getting pantheons. I mean, maybe they're just not thinking it's worth it, you know. God of the Sea here actually on Georgia would have been gold. He has so many resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think this one is... I mean, he can get it with the rice, I guess. But I don't think he's going to settle there. I think he's going to settle here. Georgia had a technical remap, by the way. Pangea requires 3 settlers within a 7-tile walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not technical. Sorry, Linda, but it's not a technical. No, it's not a technical. So the cap is set here, right? You can go for potty over here. You can settle the spice tile as a second city and then walk 7 tiles over here to the northwest and settle. And so it's 4 cities. He just chose to put Rustavi 1 tile to the north. Oh, or even that. Yes, or even that. Yes, he can actually settle the rice tile as well. Yeah, it wasn't a technical. It's one of those, you know, niche scenarios when it should be a technical, but it's not really a technical, you know. Anyway, okay. Oh my God, you guys are voting everything in Komanda. Already 55,000 points actually have been put into Komanda. Almost 0 on CPS. Are you for real, guys? Yeah, he chose a stronger series indeed. Okay, let's actually see how things are evolving. Persia getting his commercials down, putting down his government plaza. He's gonna boost 2 of his commercials. No campus yet, no encampment yet, nor is actually Madrid trying to rush any kind of classical unit. We do have Madrid finishing up his campuses, and I do see he's getting a 4th settler soon from that capital city. We do have new builders for his resources, and I do see already his traders are starting to give him those nice and juicy yields. I do see also Egypt in the northeast did finish Etemenak in the city of Raketet. He did introduce Governor Liang in that city center, benefiting from a very, very good boost when it comes to the science. Barak is already 15 science and 8 culture with 35 production, finishing up his commercial soon and getting a wave of builders to improve some of his land. We will need to try to cover as soon as possible the era score, but I do think everybody's gonna get it. Yeah, everybody got it already, so even including FizzLePoisson did manage to get it. It's fine. Now we do have a new harbors coming up over here from Georgia, and by the looks of it, he's gonna fully focus on economy rather than anything else. Byzantium is also recruiting a great prophet. I do see Simon Peter over here to the west side of Constantinople, where he's also plugging in Magnus. We do need to see what kind of religion is he gonna want to benefit from, and well, we'll see how he's gonna evolve over here. I can't really say he can stay away from the coast though. This is one of the first things I actually noticed about this territory. He can't really stay away from the coast. Even if he does put coastal cities, he's gonna need to engage in a coastal fight, in a naval fight against his opponents, against both America and Tamar. Not gonna be the ideal situation for David Lich long term, I would say. He can actually settle a few cities to the west side over here, at least 1 to the south. So 1, 2, 3. So he's gonna be on 6 cities. Maybe take Fez, but Fez is coastal, so but it's easier to defend, and that's about it, right? We're gonna see probably Inca over here try to settle a lot more cities on the east side. He's probably gonna want to stay away from settling into Persia's territory, and well, yeah, a lot can happen. Why am I getting pinged? Okay. Wow. This is such a sad message. Tinder is telling me that the person of my life, the soul match I have, is right now swiping with somebody else. What am I gonna do? Tinder, this is an apocalypse. Why are you telling me this now? Uzima Fioso, if CPS plays Lincoln half as good as Corny, they might get 300 production plus and go to space and make nukes. Yes, I am actually thinking the same thing, Fioso. I was thinking if America over here is going to want to actually finish space because, well, to be honest, nobody's going to get to him for a long time. A very long time. Also, Alex 2005 is saying, I feel like Komanda have a much better start. America and Georgia have such bad starts when it comes to joining the war later on. They won't be able to join early, although they can make it work with some railroads early on. Also, Moonstrike is saying, now the question arises whether Georgia settles correctly on the east without hurting the 2+4 campuses there. Yeah, well, we're gonna need to see if Georgia is gonna need to get these campuses going, right? It's a +2 over here, a +4 over here. What did you see? Oh, a +4 here and a +4 here and a +3 here. I got it. I see it now. And yes, this is indeed not corny, but we've been surprised, and we've seen a lot of players do very well in the last period, and especially this is one of the side effects of actually having not only the ongoing competitions but also the games being streamed, because the players do have the chance of rewatching and seeing what kind of mistakes they did. Not only that, but also the commentary and so on and so forth, that hopefully it actually helps them. We do have also Georgia already going for shipbuilding to settle the East Coast. Yeah, he knows he's gonna need to settle as quickly as possible here, and the FizzLePoisson is gonna require a lot more science if he actually wants to get to the higher technologies. I do see Georgia did manage to get some builders. He's getting his lighthouses in the meantime for the extra trade routes, and bouncing around the map over here, we do have a stronger and stronger army from Spain. He's starting to get the archers going. We do have the same thing happening from Persia, but he still has slingers. Didn't put the gold in to get the archers upgraded. I do see also Persia is going for masonry in 2 turns. He did settle his 4th city already on the west side and getting a 5th one soon from the city of Susa. He did improve his 2 horse styles over here to benefit from a lot of resources, and I think the big question is, where is Spain gonna want to settle this settler? I'm thinking over here, but to be honest, that's actually just poking the bear over here, Kid, and I'm not sure he's gonna want to do that, man. Kid is Kid is Kid. He's dangerous. He's very dangerous. You don't want to poke him. You don't want to put a finger in over there, because he might not let you get the finger back. I'm not sure that these spawns are but for Georgia and US. Actually, both are free sim and don't need to go for units. They can just scale. That is true. I wonder if Georgia gives out the Civ bonus and goes without religion because of Spain. Georgia can settle the maize and the wheat tiles to the east of the capital. Yes, he can definitely, Georgia over here can definitely settle the eastern side, and I think that's actually what he's going for. We're going to need to see how he's going to get out of that situation over there. We're also going to need to see what Spain is going to do. At the moment, Georgia is figuring out where Spain is from the west side, but he doesn't have the ability to actually go really quickly on him. Of course, there's not a lot of water here, but he's still going to throw a wrench into Persia's plans, or into Georgia's plans, when he wants to actually resupply with units the eastern side. He needs to put them into boats and then disembarkment on the other side. I wouldn't be surprised if we're actually going to see an early warfare, some kind of early warfare from Rome and Egypt. As you can see over here, Rome is starting to get his Temple of Artemis in 5 turns from that capital city. He did get to finish his Gavron Plaza, and in Antium he did actually put down an encampment. It's going to finish in 2 turns, getting a campus here from Ravenna, and I gotta say, this is a bit disjointed as a strategy over here to get those perks for the districts. Now he did start to improve the tiles to the south of Ravenna next to Yuliang and Yuling Yuan, where he did also put the Governor Pingala in that city of Ravenna. We do have magnets established in the capital for the internal trade routes, and there will be a possibility for him to try to trade with Theodora. David Lich can take over Fez, and that's going to be an in-between city for them. Can even try to trade coastally through the city of Kume. Now, Kume being settled on the eastern side is going to be an easy target for American naval power or Georgian naval power. We're going to need to see how fast they're actually going to discover Kume is on the coast. Oh, they know. I see. So caravels are actually on the table. We do have some of the players starting to generate the merchant points, some of the players starting to generate the science points. I do see Rome working the card for the general to get it faster. Persia is right now on 3.4 great merchant points a turn with 2 merchants on Egypt, and it looks like the first merchant, of course, on the table is Coleus. We do need to see who's actually going to try to snatch it. We do have Madrid putting down his government plaza in between the two cities, Madrid and Seville. He did increase the adjacency of that one campus over here to a +3, and getting a few new archers to finish up his defense to the east. It looks like he's actually not gonna want to poke the bear here. He's gonna go the safe way towards the southwest, and to be honest, at the moment he doesn't know about Georgia's plans to settle the eastern side because he's gonna get closer to another opponent by settling there. Anyway, there is also a possibility for the city of Rey here to apply some military power against Mitra and against the city of Seville. Now let's actually quickly take a look at the city states, and then we're gonna take a look at their golden age points. We got Nalanda, Geneva, Fez, and Mitra showing up for the science bonuses. We do have Kandy with the Armark for the religious bonuses. Hansa with Cahokia will be providing the gold in the game, and we do have Cardiff with Auckland for that industry. Auckland is gonna be amazing for Lincoln, by the way. Oh my god, yes, Divine Spark, Auckland, England, let's go. We do have also Kumasi as the single culture city state in the game, while Volin is gonna be the single military one, very far in the south over here, probably gonna get discovered by Tamar. Cleo and Persia versus QT, and Spain might require US and Georgia to send navies to pressure Rome and Byzantium. Yes, I agree. Usina Mafioso, I agree. Them knowing Rome is kind of coastal is big, allows America to get into war early on. Will be a big play if they do it. Yes, I agree. I agree. And even if they do go with just a few caravels and maybe like a few knights or something, it will be major advantage over Halland. North of Rome. Yeah, wait, yeah, it's here. Well, Rome is gonna need to do something about it if he's gonna be taken by his opponents. But anyway, let's actually take a look at the golden age points. Persian voice golden age here coming up on Philip II. He does have 16 science with 18 culture, 18 gold a turn here, and 41 production. We do have Spain still on 3 cities. He's getting his classical units out, his horses, and he's putting down the first encampment. We still don't have an encampment yet from his opponent from Persia, which I think it's a mistake, but I guess well, he's trying to play it a little bit greedy. We do have Mitla not being taken by anybody, so Spain can actually go and settle that city as close as possible to Mitla. I do also notice Xero is trying to push out the Georgian warrior, stopping his campus from finishing. We do have Halland with a Persian voice golden age on Rome, 15 science with 26 culture, benefiting from soon a little bit more science from that city of Ravenna's campus. We do have barracks coming up in Antium, and I do see in Rome he did finish Temple of Artemis, getting a big boost in his amenities. +6 already, ecstatic citizens bonus in Rome, in Antium, in Ravenna is 0, and in Cumae is +3. There's quite a massive addition of yields over here in the city of Rome because of that ecstatic bonus. We do have audience chamber coming up in Fortens. He's still on 4 cities. He definitely can build some more, and we're going to need to see if he's actually going to try to do some form of pressure against Egypt at the beginning of the game. We do have Slay also with Inca, 13 science and 26 culture. He did finish and open up, of course, with campuses over here. We do have a wave of builders coming out with new commercials also being put down. Government Plaza did get finished in the city of Cusco, and I do see it's at the moment not benefiting from a specializing building of any kind. He's also going to put a 4th city to the north, while I don't see a 5th city in the build queues. We're going to need to see him finishing up his commercials to try to be competitive in the merchants before he's gonna do anything else. And we do have also David Lich with a Monumentality Golden Age on Theodora. He's actually generating 36 faith a turn and starting to work on his theater squares. Audience chamber is going to finish in the city of Constantinople with hanging gardens also finished over there next to that city center. There's a settler moving to the west side over here, and that's going to be his 4th city. 5th city coming up from Nicomedia. He did pre-place pyramids in that city center, and I do see Byzantium's volcano to the west of Nicomedia did explode, taking a forest with him, but that also opened up the possibility to improve all of this land of volcanic soil with mines. I'm pretty sure that he's going to want to do that and quickly. He did place the city of Ansira next to that +6 campus spot, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to take that down. I'm not that convinced he has masonry though. Yeah, there we go. He's actually getting masonry. A bit, you know, he got a little bit trigger happy there. Hey, woo! Armada Siracusa, thank you so much for the 5 gifted sub. Much appreciated, sir. Bloody Butthead. Hey, look at that. You got gifted the sub. Lithoxa, welcome. Cherry P. We got Shaske 13 and Dionio. Hello there. Dionion, I think. Donion, I think. So, sorry if I actually misspoke. And thank you so much. Oh my god, we're getting back to 200 over here. Let's go. Let's go. I know I kind of have been slacking this month because well, I did take that week off, and it did turn out to be like a week and a half because we didn't have games on Monday, Tuesday. But oh man, I definitely needed it. I definitely needed it. Needed to reset my brain over there a little bit. Anyway, we did have to take a look also on Tamar, Persian Voice Golden Age this time, 10 science with 18 culture, not a lot of yields. He's getting his ancestral hall going from Tbilisi and started to improve most of his territory. A bit surprising that he actually chose to put his harbor to the west side of Tbilisi instead of in the south. I think the Gavron Plaza placement came a bit later on in his decision making, so yeah, he definitely could have had a few more yields over here if he wanted to. We do have also Moksha establishing the city of Rustavi, and he did manage to get the 2 trade routes going between his other cities and his capital. At the moment with 44 production, he is also making 30 gold a turn. A pretty good economy here at the beginning, not too shabby, not too shabby. We do have Abraham Lincoln also with a Persian Voice Golden Age with a Divine Spark. He is gonna start acquiring a lot of scientist points over here, 6 great scientist points at the moment, with the Gavron Plaza placed in between those campuses to get extra Jesus. We do have him getting his 5th city out soon, and his first classical unit coming out from Cincinnati. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna get a few more to try to get candy as soon as possible, and I gotta say this is gonna be quite a bit of a tempo boost for him to get that city out. 4 cities, 5th city, 6 cities soon, with a possible 7th over here and 8th to the north. That's gonna be pretty good. Now we do have him also needing to get the harbor technology. I don't see him benefiting or having a celestial navigation. I don't see him discovering currency, and I'm pretty sure this is so he can actually go for apprenticeship to discover how to say those industrial zones over here. He does need currency for apprenticeship, and of course we're going to need to see what is he's gonna spend his district slots on. Very important to actually see his development here. We do have also Kid with Cyrus, apprenticeship coming up next turn, games and reg next turn. He does have encampment coming up from Bakhtri, and I do see a campus, a +3 campus to the southeast of the city of Rey. He does have a settler coming up from Pasagade, and a market over here in the city of Susa. It looks like he's going for the cliffs of Dover. Man, he's actually gonna take the cliffs of Dover away from Inca. No, he's saying that he refused the scientist and he doesn't want to force somebody to take the scientist, so he's making everybody watch this. Okay, they're starting to pick them up. Still no Hypatia though. They picked up Euclid, and it's Zhang Heng, the next one, which America is probably gonna have the option to pick or pass. He's probably gonna pass because everybody wants Hypatia, right? There are a few horses being traded over here in Spanish cities, and I gotta say Mitla is quite easy for him to take out. It's only a 19 strength city, and these horses can actually cover the territory quite quickly. Mitla was kind enough to actually build a pathway, a trade pathway towards the main cities of Spain, so the reinforcements can actually move very quickly. Okay, let's see. Cyrus. Moksha establishing the city of Bakhtri, 5th city, 6 cities coming out. We do have him with iron that is soon gonna be improved by the Persian unit, and I do see him going for mathematics in 2 turns. I don't think he actually has a single warrior. Yeah, he doesn't have a single warrior. This warrior is far away, and yeah, okay, so he doesn't have iron working. That was my other question. Now we do have Rome actually getting very close to feudalism, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to pre-build a few of these builders with the 30% off, so he can actually put on the +2 card and get them with both bonuses. We do have also Egypt to talk about. Persia Voice Golden Age coming up from Barak. He's on 18 science with 21 culture, 35 gold a turn over here for 52 production Barak. We do have Camon trading projects coming up from the city of Necken, and it does seem like Rome is gonna get his general in 3 turns. We got Spain over here getting it in like 7 turns, and then Egypt is gonna have quite a bit of time to get there. But if he actually is making 2.3 great general points a turn, he's gonna be on what, 12? No, he's gonna be on 13, and then 13 point something for, and then he's gonna get a project. So I think actually in like 4 turns he's gonna get a general anyway if nobody snatches it away from him. I did want to mention, I did see it when I opened up the yields tab on Barak. I do have to mention Kid over here is the first one up when it comes to the science. 37 science with 31 culture coming up from his cities. He did open up with pretty good campuses over here, and now that he has his commercials up and running, he has 48 gold a turn as well. He did also choose to go for Pingala. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually trying to go for Pingala internals over here for the science, and for each of these traders giving him an extra +3 points of science if he does get that promotion. It's quite expensive though, and I doubt that he actually got that promotion, since we do have another 2 of these how to say selected. So in the governor abilities you can go for researcher, and then you can go for shared knowledge for the domestic trade outs, increasing the science with +3. But as you can see over here, well, 3 in Pingala, then another 1 in Magnus, another 1 in Moksha does seem like a bit too much. I do have to mention, just looking across the board here, CPS does have a decent advantage when it comes to their economy, with Barak and the Kid, both of them making 51 gold a turn. We do have FizzLePoisson 33, and then even Lincoln is positive with 12 gold a turn. We do have Lincoln actually putting down his harbors. He did get Celestial Navigation, and he's gonna start building the first one in the city of Boston. He doesn't have Cincinnati on the coast, not that it's that big of a problem. He can still put a harbor down. We do have another wave of forces coming up from Cincinnati, and as you can see over here, Candy is somehow trying to get a religion kick. Holy site projects coming out from him. Georgia did finish his ancestral hall. He's getting his settlers out, and I do see him getting a few builders, or at least 1 builder from the city of Poti. Still no Pantheon yet, and God of the Sea should be up on the choices. We're going to need to see what FizzLePoisson is actually going to get as a Pantheon. I'm pretty sure over here God of the Sea would do wonders. Looks like Mitra is also getting under attack by Spain. Mitra does benefit from a few archers and a few warriors to defend himself, but his garrison health is definitely not strong enough to withstand the multiple attacks of these horses, especially if they're full strength. We do have an Inca training projects finishing up next turn in Bactria. I do see a general did get picked up by Spain. Looks like in the general queue we do have Rome picking one up next turn, and then Egypt is going to need to follow up with 19 points remaining. He's also going to get an Inca training project next turn. In the previously recruited, I do see only 1 general did get picked up, so 3 more are available for the players to get into the classical medieval era. Byzantium looks like he's sending his horses towards the city of Fez over here. David Lich did manage to settle a city on the coast on the east side. He did put down that +6 campus next to the city of Vansira, and is getting his galleys out in the water. Temples coming up from Constantinople. Pyramids in the city of Nicomedia, which is going to finish in 16 turns. That's a long time. I'm pretty sure he's going to want to buy one of those builders in that city center to improve some more of the tiles to try to get the pyramids faster, and of course make Nicomedia into a good city to work. We do have also Inca getting his 5 cities, and I do have to mention Slay did manage to get to 29 science and 33 culture. He's on 51 production with only 13 faith a turn. The faith is coming out from his improved resources, especially these mines over here. We does have a few horses and might actually want to take down Armak in the south. That's quite protected from the coast. I'm actually a bit surprised about the positioning of Tarsus here. He could have definitely went on the coast with no issues, and well, I guess that's a mute point right now. We do have him right next to an amber tile. He has access to an iron tile in the second ring, which he actually bought, and he's gonna get a tile from the cliffs of Dover. It is what it is. with religious settlements, he did actually grow into, he did acquire multiple tiles. I think this will be the turn that Mitla will fall. And does look like these horses can actually punch through the defenses. Wait, why did this one not have? Okay, so maybe not the turn. Maybe not the turn. This one, the big horse over here that can do the most damage, is just not. I would say he doesn't have movement. He cannot activate it. Anyway, let me open up chat. In the last game I played as Abe. I went for science. Got to mechanized infantry first and swept and kept swapping victor promotions around to get like 10 mech infantry armies with double promotion. That was effective on land and sea with ironclads. The no strategic cost really makes them expendable units. You can just push with a free unit until you keep producing units. Yeah, but you do need a lot of production to do that. Mini units are always expendable. Later on, they won't keep up with the tanks in terms of movement. That is so true. Is 2005. Also, Machiavelli giving me a bit of how to say introduction over here. The word in moot point is moot, not mute. Yeah, I mean that's what I wanted to say. Maybe I didn't actually say it properly. Persia the Griefer just simming, could have tried to either two weird flex. Well, Thandorius, I gotta say, Persia over here will probably try to do something. He's not gonna get the general for nothing. He does have Hannibal Barca next to the city of Rey, and we're gonna need to see how he's gonna try to react to Spanish military build-up. We do have Xero over here taking over the city of Mitra to the south of Cordoba, and did manage to set a line in the sand over here between their two empires. Now, of course, Georgia is gonna come from the west side, and I gotta mention there's a very good unit on the Georgian offense, or I should say in the Georgian possibilities, the Kevsur. The Kevsur is a replacement of men-at-arms, an extremely strong unit when it comes to fighting in hills. If I remember correctly, it does get a +7 extra damage bonus that you can benefit from in hill terrain. Also, no movement penalty for the hill terrain. This is amazing to benefit from. The thing is, as you can see over here, he doesn't have all of the tiles next to his opponent's cities benefiting from hills, or of course getting the how to say, the position on these cities. And we're going to need to see if he is actually going to want to be offensive over here, and of course what FizzLePoisson is going to choose throughout the game. He is at the moment is more concerned about expanding and trying to get as many cities out as possible. He is aware the west coast is kind of clear. He does know the eastern coast over here has Byzantium city and has a Roman city that he should fight, but I think that's that job is actually going to fall on America's hands over here. We do have another freshwater city to the southwest of Cincinnati, but I do think America is going to want to fit 2 cities here by the looks of it. The number of these settlers is going to be 2, 4, 6, 7 cities if he's going to take the city of Candy, and of course he has space for another one in the north. We don't have actually another horse. I don't think he has enough strength to take down Candy with just 2 horses. That's a 37 defense strength city, which makes me wonder, does he have a galley inside? What does he have inside Candy that is making it so strong? It must be a galley, right? Yes, Linda. That's, I mean, what can I say, man? He's going for it. He's going for it naked. No protection whatsoever, man. Yeah, he's gonna get sunburns everywhere. What can I say? Even next to a volcano. Can you imagine the heat over here? Oh my god. Well, at least it's good that he's in the water. We do have Persia to the west side that is gonna get attacked by Spain. As you can see, Spain is trying to figure out the ways of getting inside of his opponent's territory. Persia does have a builder coming up from the city of Rey, and I'm pretty sure most of, if not everybody, did manage to get to feudalism, which does allow them to actually get so many builder charges going. We do have the extra +2 builder charges card available at the feudalism timing, and to my surprise, I do open up these builders and I don't see the +5 charges. Interesting. So he didn't get it? He didn't get it? He's going for civil service in one turn. Oh my god, he didn't actually get feudalism. Anyway, now we do have Inca starting to put down a few terrace farms over here. As you can see, he's not spamming them down. There is quite a difference between this pawn and the last pawn we've seen when it comes to the amount of these plains tiles. And as you can see, he's choosing to put, I would say, just a few of these terrace farms. He's not spamming them out, unfortunately. Would have been amazing if he would have managed to get one over here in Wanuku or somewhere next to the mountains and on plains hills. That's usually the best spot for them. Now we do have Tarsus building up another campus. There's quite a race going on the scientist screen. We did have Lincoln managing to pick up a Hypatia for the free library and of course the extra science that he's going to get on each library from then on. We do have also Persia with 6.9 merchant points a turn. Egypt is on 4.6. We got Inca on 2.3 and then Rome 1.1. He has a galley to hit Candy. He has a galley to hit Candy. He does. Oh, and there is a galley in Candy. Okay, that's what I was thinking. There is a galley in Candy. There are also 3 med packs over here to the south and to the southwest of Candy that he could use to replenish the health of his horses. I do see Philadelphia has been settled. This city is going to be also settled over here. We do have new harbors coming up from his other cities, and I'm pretty sure he's waiting for his 7th pop from the city of Washington to get another one. He can also use aqueduct over here to the south, so he can increase adjacency towards industrial zones, no problems. We do have Spain, even if he does have the possibility to go against Persia over here, try to get into his borders. Looks like he's standing still for a second. He's keeping his armies in between his cities and his opponent's cities. We did have also Armagh being taken down by Slay. In the south, he just got another city, 2, 4, 6 settlers at the moment. In the north, I do see Egypt did manage to acquire a general. I do see also Rome did acquire the general. We do have Roman legions coming up. Oh, Valanchik, come back. It is what it is. It's fine. We're going through. We do have markets coming up from Kume. I do see Holy Sites is also going to be on the build queues of Arretium. Interesting choice here. We do have probably Holy Sites being built up for the taxi strait of Byzantium. I think so. We did have also a first religion. Byzantium did choose to go for choral music with lay ministry. His shrines and temples will provide extra culture equal to their intrinsic faith output, and of course the holy sites will give him an extra plus to faith, with each theater square giving him an extra plus to culture. Egypt does need a few more cities, and I do see him actually getting a few marionette archers. Not a lot of them on the east side though. He does have some horses that are trying to figure out exactly what Rome has on his side to try to put on the offense, on the defense. He does know that Halland over here does only benefit from 73 military strength, so yeah, he's not that concerned. We do have Raketet also starting to get a water mill going for the extra production he's gonna get from these resources, and I do see he finished up his commercials with a +4 campus that is gonna come out from Iunu. He still has some settlers to go to the west side and some settlers, at least 2 of them, to the north of Raketet there. Yeah, we do have also Inca starting to get a few more settlers going, and I do see at the moment he didn't actually quite plug the western side. We do have actually a Byzantium warrior that plugged that western side, and I'm actually a bit surprised we don't have a second archer here, but I guess, well, he does have other priorities. I do see Persia is also trying to get his third wave of settlers going, another 2 coming up from Susa and Bactri, while we do have this wave of builders, a lot of builders that are starting to improve his territory, getting as many of these improvements as possible so he can get better yields from each of his tiles, not to mention benefit from the instant production that the chops give you. Antium has some really bad terrain. Egypt could run it over with chariot archers. Legions cannot fight there. It's not good terrain. Yeah, it's not good terrain. But I don't think it's easy to take over by Egypt either. These legions are actually quite tough to deal with. You can see the Mariano Chariot archers, even with the 35 strength, they barely touch the legions, even in unfavorable terrain. The legions, when they do get their promotions going, especially the Tortoise, I think they can fight. It's not going to be that big of a disaster. But again, it kind of depends on how many Mariano Chariot archers are going to actually be put on the field. I think Barack over here doesn't really want to invest his whole production into this. He wants to try to be competitive in the next part of the game, tries to get bigger stats, tries to get his empire healthy. I do have to mention at the moment actually CPS has the lead in both science and culture. We do have a kid over here with 60 science and 57 culture on Persia, 6 cities Persia getting his extra 2 ones. Next to him we do have Zero with 40 and 42, while I do have to mention Abraham Lincoln is the second one when it comes to stats, 54 and 39. We do have him getting his wave of feudalism builders and starting to build a few more galleys. I'd also notice he actually put this first city park over here in the city of New York. Interesting choice. We do have Cincinnati also putting another one here in the south for those extra amenities and maybe some yields, even though I doubt that the players are choosing to work these tiles. Oh my god, yes!
Thou shall be knighted primer. Bex_X.
Thank you so much, Bex. Thank you so much. Obrigado. Thank you. Tadorius, they will pick the war with Persia in a bit. Just wait and see. Komanda will make the first move and derail themselves. Persia don't need to rush it. Yeah, I think Persia doesn't need to rush it. Yes, indeed. And it looks like he's favoring his sim abilities over everything else. We do have him setting up his industrial zones, and I do see the aqueducts are also starting to come out of his city centers with another wave of builders, another wave of settlers. He's definitely going to develop this empire quite quickly. A little bit different is happening in Spanish territory. We don't have him with as much production by the looks of it. Kid is already on 111 production, while Zero is only 77, and you can immediately see this by the timing of all of these build queues. We do have 8 turns for Cordoba to get the commercials, 4 turns to get the commercial in the city of Mitra, and a lot of this territory is not improved compared to the territory of Persia, which you can already see almost every one of these tiles has been either chopped or already improved. We do have also Inca. That needs to get his improvements going. I do see him going for commercial hub investments. He's eyeballing Marco Polo over here, which is going to give him a free trader and an extra trader capacity, so he can actually build that trader. He does need 75 points and he only has around 30, so that's these 2 projects that he's going to need to pump out so he can actually have a chance. I do see Byzantium is starting to get quite a few cities here with the takeover of the city of Fez. He's arriving at 2, 4, 6, 7 cities at the moment. Pyramids is going to finish in 5 turns. He did improve a few more of these mines here, but not amazing, still not amazing yields. He does have a decent amount of science and culture to work with, and I do see he's still not exploding when it comes to his production. He's on 81, it's good, but it's not amazing. Now we do need to see also when Abraham Lincoln is going to get his production numbers up, because at the moment he's only on 55 production. If he does have 6 cities with a possibility to take over the 6th one, the 7th one, the city of Candy, you can actually see he's barely now putting down his industrial zones, and he doesn't have the adjacency immediately for them. He's actually going to need to build up the adjacency, get some aqueducts, get some other districts there, try to improve some other tiles and so on. I'm actually a bit surprised if we don't see a few more improvements on the tiles in the city of Washington, with for example the iron tile getting naked over there, the stone tile getting naked. Did not work. It does seem like there should have been a bit more. I'm actually curious if Lincoln is going to try to get to cartography as soon as possible. Looks like that is the choice. Cartography coming up in 4 turns with feudalism in 2. There is a quick possibility for him to get the caravels to attack the city of Kume and then follow up an attack on the city of Fez and Ansira. 3 cities for him to take down from his opponents. He's starting to put a few galleys in the water that can actually transform into caravels, and we're going to need to see him explode. We do have Georgia also settling another 2 cities, Kutaisi to the north of Rustavi, and he did manage to get God of the Sea. Finally! Oh yes! Finally! Yes, the production is coming around. God of the Sea over here activated FizzLePoisson. 71 production. Very okay, very nice. Not amazing, but it's nice. 20 science though. That's a bit of unfortunate. That is a problem. We do have the tickets also coming up from his side, so we're gonna need to see what is he gonna do with that faith generation. Bad choices behind the rough spawn. Okay. Migman, good evening, sir. Does Theodora have Feed the World? He does not. He actually has choral music. America effing on one round versus Candy. Wait. Oh, America. Yeah, America got pushed back by Candy. Yes, Candy very big. But I think Candy lost his galley. I think this is what happened to America's galley over here. There was a fight with the galley. And I think Pizza, there we go. Pizza can put Candy under siege now. He can attack it with the horses. He does have med packs for the horses if he needs to. And he should be fine on taking over the city of Candy. Who is suzerain in Auckland? Is there anybody? Nobody. Kid does have 2 in there. Kid being Persia. And I gotta say, Persia is scaling very well over here with his science and culture. Getting also heavy chariots coming out from the city of Rey. We do have a diplomatic quarter in the city of Passacarde. And I do see builders coming around from these other cities. Marcus Licinius Crassus also got acquired by in the merchant screen. And I do see still Marco Polo is here. Inca is trying to get those projects going. He's probably gonna finish another one. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it next turn. So many traders are actually helping out Persia develop his empire. We do have him deploying his army slowly but surely to the west side, where he is using a builder to chop a few more of these heavy chariots. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually going to try to attack into Spanish territory before Spain can actually get his stirrups. We do have 0 on engineering in 2 turns. Feudalism barely coming out next turn. He's very late when it comes to all of these bonuses. We do have Kid getting machinery in 1 turn, giving him the option to actually upgrade his archers into crossbows if he needs to. And of course, he's definitely going to want to go for stirrups. Now looks like he's also discovering education in 1 turn, and of course Mercenary is coming up in 2 turns, so he pays for the upgrades with the half cost card. We do have actually Inca getting a few heavy chariots also to the north over here, while at the moment Egypt doesn't have a very big standing army. Inca might actually want to punish his lack of an army. We do need to see if Slay over here is going to want to be a bit more aggressive. He does have 253 military, but it's being spread from the south to the north, so he has these choke points to the south towards Persia blocked off, and he has the safety of working his cities a little bit more focused. We do have Cusco also getting the 7th population, and we do need to see what kind of districts he put down here. An industrial zone to the south, which he can aqueduct, and that aqueduct is going to give the extra production towards this stone tile as well. He is no granary, please aqueduct, no granary. You get same benefits, but oh my god, I mean, it's not same benefits. You get extra food with the granary, but you know what I mean, you get the housing anyway. Ave Machiavelli, let me tell you, sitting on a strict diet is very bad. I want to eat pizza, but I am forbidden. Machiavelli, I feel you, man. I feel you, bro. Yes, I know. Even right now in my mind, I'm thinking shawarma. Oh my god. Oh yeah, burgers, hamburgers, KFC. Yes, I cannot do that either, man. I cannot do that either. If I start eating, I'm gonna put so many kilos. No. I don't want to look at myself in my mirror, with a big belly over there. I need to bring big belly to small belly, big belly to small belly size. It's slowly. It's a process. Tamar technically has a lot of space, but he can't settle anything until shipbuilding. That is true, but he did manage to get shipbuilding, so now it's fine. Tamar is starting to get all of the cities to the south and starting to get back up in the stats. He's kind of slow though. His tempo is kind of slow. Losing 15 kilos is very difficult. Yes, that is so true. But I gotta say, it is you gotta have much respect. Much respect. Think about quinoa. What is that quinoa? Forerunner, also good evening, sir. I don't know what quinoa means. Also, Theo Mathar, good evening, sir. Hello there. I think I responded to who is suzerain to Auckland, right? I did. Okay. Okay, more harbors coming up from the cities of Tbilisi. We do have Georgia on 6.9 great animal points a turn. America is on 2.3. Byzantium is 1.1. So basically, Byzantium just gave word to everybody else that, wait a second, I have a harbor. Dun, 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 dun. We do have Ansira getting a harbor here, Fez getting another harbor here, and getting those lighthouses going. He's going to finish his pyramids in one turn. And I do have to mention, we got 6 more turns until we're going to have the era switch. We're going to need to take a look at that era score points a little bit later in like 2 or 3 turns to see who is actually going to manage to get the golden age. The first knights have been upgraded in Inca's territory, and I do see he has the opportunity to go a little bit against Egypt. I'm a bit wondering why is he not doing it right now so he can actually do the damage against the Egyptian economy. Of course, even if he doesn't actually take over cities, the fact that he did manage to force Egypt to build up a defense and lose a few tiles is still worth the lives of a few knights over here. I'd rather be 150 kilo than like vegan. I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I like meat. I like a lot of stuff. You know, I like meat and a lot of other stuff, man. I don't know. I cannot be contained at just eating, you know, vegetable. Vegan. I don't know. I don't even know exactly what vegan means other than like eating green stuff or stuff. You know, plants and stuff. I'm sorry, I don't want to appear ignorant over here, but it hasn't, how to say, I haven't actually interested myself into it because I don't want to do it. So I don't really need a list of what I can or cannot do. I have a lot of lists anyway, it's fine. Going through life over here, every time you make a list. What are you gonna do? Make a list. Is what it is. Spoon, good evening, sir. Hello there. Also, Uzi Mafioso. Uzi Mafioso. Okay, I'm sorry. It feels like Georgia can have a good trade route going with America, and if you're coastal, you need to get those up immediately and become the economy. If you can win yourself, you can provide the economy for your team. And through Alex, in previous Pangea maps, I've watched everyone just has hordes of horses. And yes, I agree. We do have first upgrades coming up from Persia here in the Knights, and by the looks of it, Spain over here only has horses to defend himself, has a few heavy chariots that can turn into knights of his own, and Philip II is going to discover stirrups in one turn with mercenaries coming up in that turn as well. We're going to need to see if Persia is going to manage to do anything here. I doubt it. Both of them do benefit from great chance, and it's probably just a numbers game. There is, I do have to say, there is quite a bit of an advantage of acquired gold. We do have CPS with definitely a lot more gold. On Barak we already have 400 gold stacked up. He is making 61 per turn. Kid is 447. We do have America on 23, and then FizzLePoisson is on 49. A bit of a comeback over here from Komanda. We do have Xir on 41 gold a turn. Halland did jump up to 95 with Rome in a warpath here. We do have a Slay with also his own 43, and then David Lich has 26. There are a few more units coming up from Rome on the defense on the west side. Another legion has been improved or upgraded, I should say, more appearing into the west of Ravenna, but he's not actually overreacting to the presence of the Egyptian military. He's trying to sim behind all of this to try to get the stats up and be relevant in the next part of the game. Good evening, good evening. Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, I think this is about that time. We're going to need to take a look at the era score and what is everybody doing to get that era score. We got Philip II with 6 points out from getting his golden age. No, 7 points out, 46 out of 53. We do have him still on 5 cities. He's gonna get a 6th one soon. I do see he's gonna build a holy site in 2 turns in Valencia, but that's kind of slow to actually get a religion there. We do have him also getting under attack in the south, and it does look like he was forced to upgrade a few knights of his own. He does have Persian immortals with knights and a general coming against him, and his horses are just not up to the challenge. We do have Halland also with 56 out of 58 points on Rome, and by the looks of it, he is only 2 points away from getting this. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just gonna get a boat boat and be done with it. I don't actually see a boat from Rome anywhere. So I think, yeah, boat easy points. We do have Inca, also 49 out of 51, just needs 2 more points. He doesn't actually have an option to get boats out. And I do see him putting down a Capac Nan over here. He's also going to get a +3 campus. And I do see him putting down a first industrial zone in Wilkawaman. I think actually Cusco was the first one, right? He's getting the aqueducts. Oh yes, he's actually getting the aqueducts, not the granaries. Yes, let's go. Why am I thinking that he already got the granary in there? Anyway, it is what it is. Now we do have a few cities that are being settled in non-fresh water, Chacun, for example. We do have also David Lynch on Monumentality Golden Age at this point with 5 points over the necessary threshold to get to the next one. Monumentality Golden Age at the moment with 63 faith a turn, 124 production. That's pretty flexible, and I gotta say he's building up a fleet over here to the east of Ancira, where he is also getting Governor Victor. He doesn't have Governor Victor III here for the extra promotion on the boats, and I do see also Fez is starting to pump out a few galleys. America was very close to actually getting cartography, and I do see he has a larger navy to work with. We do see also he did manage to take over the city of Candy. We do have FizzLePoisson, 53 points out of 51. He got his Golden Age. America, 38 out of 40. He might be actually going Dark Age over here. What did he pick? Abu. Okay. We do have him getting a scout out. I do see more galleys, and I do see he's going to try to get a few more of these industrial zones. The single industrial zone that he got from Washington didn't actually get any kind of adjacency next to it. And we do need to see when he's going to actually place down his aqueducts over here. I'm pretty sure he needs to place down his aqueducts to make everything better, stronger, smoother, you know, milkier. We got Cyrus over here with 65 points out of 70. He needs 5 more points to get the Golden Age. He's making a push, a move against Spain to the west side. He's also bringing a few crossbows on the battlefield here to help him deal the damage against the Spanish knights. Getting a few aqueducts in the meantime in his main cities, and I do see he could have actually started working on this industrial zone to get it to a +5. Is this from Passagarde or Rey? This is from Rey. Oh, he couldn't build both. Okay, I see. Can he get the last 5 points? That's my question, and I'm not so convinced he can actually get the last 5 points. Maybe he's gonna get to Levia city, maybe he's gonna get to Pisa city state or something like that. There are a few options. I do see he already has oh no, he doesn't have monarchy yet. He's in oligarchy. He's going for medieval fairs and not going for monarchy. What? Okay, interesting. I mean, usually the players, especially before the switch of the second to the third era, you do have them going for divine right, so they can actually get those extra points from monarchy, from the next tier government. Anyway, we do have Barak here with 55 out of 57. He just needs 2 more points, starting to build up a few spearmen, and I do see he, well, at the moment he's not getting attacked by Inca. He's slowly doing some skirmishes over here between a horse and an Inca knight, and well, I do see he's repositioning a few Mariano Chariot archers over here to help the city of Thebes stay alive. How many turns? 3 turns. Okay, I mean that might be enough time for a kid to get his 5 points. That might be enough time for how to say, David Lich got it, Slay did get it, Halland got it, Zero needs 4 points. Zero over here on Spain needs 4 points. I really doubt that he's actually gonna get the religion. He's 1 turn for a holy site there. Too slow, I would say. Anyway, Persia's attack over here is a bit surprising. He doesn't have a catapult or a siege unit with him, and I do have to say it's kind of lacking crossbows. It's kind of lacking ranged firepower to breach through the defenses of Spain. We do need to see how he is actually going to try to mix all of this army and to go against the Spanish defenses. We do have walls going up in the city of Mitlan. We got archers coming up from the cities of Spain, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna put up quite a fight over here to keep the city of Mitla alive. Okay, we do have Georgia also managing to settle another 2 cities to the north. He's putting down his harbors from that, and looking at the yield stamp here, he did manage to get over 100 production on 109. FizzLePoisson is on 34 science and 49 culture, still not up to everybody's science numbers, but he's catching up quite fast with new added campuses, and of course some of them do have a very good adjacency. We're gonna need to see if he's actually gonna get to catch up to everybody else. Now we do have in the yields tab, in the science tab actually, Halland and David Lich this time actually picking up the lead with 74 and 78 points respectively. We also have Halland here with 69 culture and David Lich on 90. I gotta say this is actually quite a problem. While America does have the opportunity to take out a few cities over here, he's not really moving an inch, and unfortunately that actually just makes it a little bit worse at the moment. It gives time for Byzantium to actually get a fleet out. He's actually going to encounter resistance over here to take the city of Ancira and Fez, and then we're going to need to see how Rome is going to react when he's going to see a massive fleet coming against him. One good part of the fact that America is sitting on these boats and wants to get as many as possible is the fact that he's actually going to have a lot of pre-builds. He has 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 boats already. He has 14 boats already. He's getting his wave of feudalism builders, and he started improving most of his territory. He puddle jumped Liang everywhere so he can get his city parks, getting that extra amenity going. And I do see new industrial zones are being put down from his cities. He didn't get the religion yet with the holy site from the city of Candy. I guess he only got it recently, so he didn't have time to catch up. I do have to mention at the beginning of the second era we did kind of see an advantage on CPS. Now it looks like Komanda is starting to slowly take on the lead. We do have actually pretty good stats across the board from all of the Komanda players, and not only in the science screen but also in the culture screen. In the gold situation, they're sitting very, very nicely. They will have gold to upgrade whatever they need, and we do see them a little bit lower in production than CPS. We already see Kid on 144 production, for example, over here from CPS, with Barak on 106 and FizzLePoisson on 108, and they're not even finishing up their setup. I doubt Lincoln makes a religion even if he gets a great prophet. Yeah. Oh, look at Linda thinking of only the prophet, the prophet. What's happening with the Egyptian stats? What is happening with Egyptian stats? 50 and 40. What is happening over here? He doesn't have, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't have a lot of very good stats. He did choose to go for a lot of commercials, and of course got the production going. He has his economy going as well. And I do see he built Oracle in the city of Necken, new campuses, Pingala establishing. He didn't have Pingala, for example. He didn't have Pingala. He's establishing also Magnets in a city that has so many chops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chops. 11 actually, with the 11 and 12 with the tiles to the south. It looks like Inca did manage to successfully push back the Egyptian horse over there. He did take it down. I'm still a bit surprised we don't see him push through the Marian chariot archers and the archer. He can definitely do some damage over here and take out a few units from Egypt that he will force Egypt to rebuild. We do have Halland starting to get his wave of libraries going and his galleys. This is the last turn before the switch of the era, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 members in a golden age, 5 in a golden age. Lincoln did not manage to make it. He needed 10 more points. Kid made it, and Barak made it. So everybody except Lincoln made it to a golden age. A bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I do have to mention we're going to have a pause of 2 minutes during the World Congress. I'm going to coordinate my efforts with in the votes with Valanchik over here, and we're going to have to see what happens in the Congress, and of course what will happen in the mid part of the game. I'm pretty sure we're going to see America try to put up an offense over here against Byzantium. Byzantium only has 3, 4, 5, 6 soon to be 7 boats, so he can upgrade with, but then America has, like we've seen earlier, 14 boats almost double the number of his opponent, and at the same time he has the caravel technology to make use of. Looking at the technology screen over here, David Lich is going for military military engineering, I'm sorry. That's the NITER technology that he's going to get, in diplomatic service coming up in 2 turns. He does not actually have caravel technology, he doesn't have cartography. It's going to be very hard for him to actually upgrade. If these caravels actually push through his defenses early, he can actually lose all of his galleys before he upgrades a single caravel. And of course there's also like a critical mass that after you do manage to take away from your opponent and build up momentum against him, well, there's not much that he can do anymore. Maybe try to slow you down, but he's not gonna stop you. No Dromos, yeah, no Dromos. We don't see Saladin that much nowadays. He used to be meta for religious games before the new leader packs. That is true. I'm a bit sad we don't see Saladin that much, to be honest. It was always amazing to see how the players coordinate to make Saladin work. Persia dies to conquistadors. Code Time is making a big prediction over here. What do you think, guys? Is Persia gonna actually die to conquistadors here? Well, I do have to say Xero over here is having quite a hard time to keep up with kids' science and culture. Xero, we're going to talk about their Golden Age points soon. We're going to have the pause here in just a few seconds. So I do want to put off talking about all of the Golden Age options. Does Chacun Pour Soi have vision over... yes, they do, Machiavelli, they do. They also have vision. Okay, give me a second over here. Oh, easy. So 2 minutes, guys, and we're coming back. Oh man, right on time. What is this? It's the Chacun Pour Soi. Yes, indeed. They have vision on Rome's series. I think they have vision of Rancira as well. Let me take a look. So they know about Kume. They don't know about these two series. They didn't even know about Fez before. And it looks like America's boats are actually going to go towards Rome and not handle Byzantium first. This might actually be a bit of a mistake over here from America. He didn't scout towards the southwest. We do have also Georgia, the moment not actually coupling his economy together with America. That both of them are still using internals. We do have Georgia settling a few more cities here, and he's starting to actually touch borders with Spain soon. We do have him with the possibility to settle at least 2 more cities to the east of Tbilisi, if not even fit 3 over here. I think 1 and a 2 and a 3. Yeah, he can actually fit 3 over here if he wants to. Now we do have his Diplo quarter actually coming up from Tbilisi that actually will add to each of these trade routes 1 extra point of production and 1 extra point of food because of the bonuses. There are two more religions in the game, with Georgia going for Jesuit education and papal primacy. We do have Taoism on Rome, Zen meditation and stewardship, and I do want to talk about all of their golden age points over here, or I should say advantages they got here. Free inquiry golden age for Xero. I do have to mention Philip II over here dropped significantly in the culture output, but he did rise a little bit in the science. He's not getting his money's worth, I gotta say. We do have Holy Cypriot projects coming up from Valencia, and it looks like the village is asking for a pause in the next turn. Okay. Now we do have Halland also in the Pen Brush and Voice Golden Age with 104 science and 96 culture next to Barracks 61 and 45. Looks like he's getting quite big over here, but the Rome is not preparing an army to attack with. We don't see any pre-builds, even though Egypt is starting to prepare himself against a possible attack from Inca and Rome. We do have pikemen coming around over here for the defense. Oh wow. Well, I guess we're gonna have a pause anyway because Kid disconnected. QT really should send a few horses to pillage Persia. Yeah, he should. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have 5 minutes as a pause here, and we're gonna come back after the 5 minutes. Oh. Same thing, just in French. I mean, it's not really in French, as in soy is not the same thing as in soy. Soie, actually. Soie. I guess I can put up the timer here. Give me a second. Let's put it for 4 minutes. Whoa. Where my headphone at? There we go. Okay, so let's turn this off, and hopefully the players are actually gonna get going. I think it's XS33, right? It's that time. It's that time. Kid connected, so let's go. Let's go. I was catching up with my messages on Discord, and I was seeing Project Cisco over there did share a picture with the pony. Let me actually put it up on the screen. Let's see this great Cisco-nator over here. Let's see him. There we go. The big man on the pony. Hello there, Trapsakana Jim. How are you doing, sir? Good evening, good evening. Bom dia, I should say. Okay, so Komanda did put the Team Plus in. I do see audience chamber did actually get moved over here, built in the Government Plaza of America. I do have to mention that America at the moment doesn't actually have an animator. He's trying to make projects for one, and I do see Zenki is the first one to get picked up over here. We do have, we do have him with a 2, 4, 6, 8 of these caravels upgraded, 9 actually caravels upgraded, and he's going to figure out exactly where Byzantium's base is, and of course try to get to the Roman city of Cume. We do have that Roman city only defended by a few galleys, and I find it doubtful that actually Halland is going to get cartography anytime soon. David Lich is going to get cartography before he's going to get a massive fleet out. He's building up a few dromons as well, and I do see he got to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 galleys, 9 galleys at the moment. He's gonna get to at least use those against America, so at least defend against America. Like looking at their points over here, or I should say looking at the possibilities, we might actually see a 2 versus 1 war against Spain with Tamar creeping closer. We do have FizzLePoisson also getting a lot more stats in the meantime, and trying to get competitive next to 0. Now Kid is also on the east side of Spain, and yes, we do have quite a bit of stats coming up from Persia, not to mention a decent amount of production, 160 production versus Zero's 106. We do have Philip II in a free inquiry golden age this time, benefiting from the science coming out from his commercials and or harbors, but I see he only has commercials. We do have him also with 33 gold turned, doesn't seem that big, and his city count is suffering quite a bit. There were some calls in the chat that we might actually see conquistadors coming out from Spain. We do have the first swordsman coming out over here, and we might actually see him pre-build quite a few of them. He does need to get to masculine technology to discover those conquistadors, and usually of course you do want to get the religion so you can pump out some missionaries to have the extra +5 on those units. It's not going to be easy to go against, I mean, he's not going to get the bonus points against another religion with Persia. So we do have Halland with Rome, 104 science, 96 culture, Penbash and Voice Golden Age, 246 cities at the moment. He's also doing quite badly when it comes to the city count, but doing quite well when it comes to the stats here. 104 and 96 is not something you want to pass by. Also 115 gold, trading coastally with Byzantium is doing wonders over here. They did manage to get Reina in the city of Fez, and I'm pretty sure Cume will need Reina's help as well. We do have Slay also with 83 science, 52 culture. He did manage to get to 2, 4, 6, 7 cities, and I do see him building up his trader count, putting down his industrial zones, and starting to finish most of his aqueducts. He did manage to get the extra production on these terrace farms. As you can see, it's a 5-3 tile over here. Lost the 1 production from the fresh water and gained the 2 production from the aqueduct. We do have workshops also coming up from his cities, and I do see at the moment he's not actually building up a standing army. He does have a few scattered units to the north to help him defend against Egypt, and a few scattered units to the south to help him defend against a possible Persian push through the choke point. With David Lich on 122 science and 103 culture, we do have him actually quite competitive when it comes to the stats, but he's slacking when it comes to his ability to upgrade a lot of boats out, and we're going to need to see how fast he's actually going to get to square rigging and benefit from the frigates upgrades. He's gonna get mercenaries next turn, and he's gonna get to upgrade all of these galleys with that. And I do see he's started to get the galleys out in the ocean, so he can see the American caravels coming from miles away. I do have to mention these caravels do have the extra vision over here. As you can see, the galley only sees 2 tiles, while the caravels do see 3 tiles out from their position. 3 tiles out from their position. We do have also FizzLePoisson. Sorry, free inquiry golden age coming out from Theodora. That's the secret of his science at the moment. That's why he actually has so much. He switched from that monumentality to a free inquiry to catch up in the science screen, and he's putting down more campuses to get more science. We do have a FizzLePoisson with Tamar, 61 science and 64 culture. Definitely not the normal Tamar gameplay that we're getting used to. He's getting more foreign ministry in the city of Tbilisi. He doesn't have a lot of faith generation going to actually make use of Grandmaster Chapel, and I do see he did manage to build that ancestral hall as a specializing building of choice. Got these cities to the south and to the north that are right now developing their lighthouses, and well, yeah, he did manage to get a religion. It's not amazing, but he did manage to use that faith generation to actually buy out some buildings. Not bad, you know, just duplication always, if you have low faith income, is a good choice to go for. We do have Abraham Lincoln also with a normal age this time. He's 73 science with 39 culture. He actually can drop the pole, unfortunately, if he's not gonna be if he's not going to be careful attacking to Rome and Byzantium, he might actually lose this war, especially since Tamar doesn't actually have a standing navy, and he cannot immediately interact with his opponent over there, nor does he have a lot of science and culture to quickly switch his empire. We're going to need to see what America will do against both of his opponents. Good thing is, neither of his opponents are actually focusing on the navy at the moment. Even if Byzantium does have these 2 cities on the eastern side, he's not really fully committing to this. He wants to sim in the land. Same can be said about Rome over here. He's more concerned about his simming and his long-term gameplay than anything else. We do have also Kid with 126 science and 65 culture. He did also go for a free inquiry golden age, benefiting from that extra science boost. He got pushed back by the Spanish defense in Mitla, and I do see him starting to improve his campuses with libraries and getting a few more commercials here. He's also going for campus research projects. We do have Galileo Galilei as the next great scientist, and we're probably going to have a race for Newton, the scientist that does give you the free library, the free university, and the extra +2 science on each university from then on. We don't actually have a race for the engineers. Yes, America is making 4.6 points, and Egypt is on 1, but then that's about it, you know. There's like nothing much happening there. Looks like also Barak with 84 science and 47 culture on Egypt. He has a problem with Halland next to him, and also Slate to the south. Both of them actually have more science than him, and he's going to need to catch up. Barak over here is also going to get his intelligence agency built in 3 turns. He does have an industrial zone coming up from Swanet, and I do see he's building up Statue of Zeus from Neken to get a lot of free units and extra advantages towards anti-cav, more production towards building up his anti-cavs. They only have 3 cities that can produce boats to fight America. That is true. But I do have to mention America doesn't really have a lot of production. And yes, even if all of that production is actually, I would say, coastal, or almost all of that production, because I see Cincinnati, for example, cannot put boats out. He doesn't have a harbor from that city center. Anyway, it's gonna be a tough one. They don't have, one of the other issues is they don't have a lot of I would say culture to get to Merchant Republic quickly. And look at that, Byzantium beautifully upgrading all of his caravels and moving them on the front line to defend his galleys from being taken down. The village does have some dromos also to shoot from behind all of these caravels, and I do have to mention that America can bring more of these caravels. He did split his army in 2, and I do see America is gonna try to go for the Roman defenses and at the same time for the Byzantium ones. He did manage to recruit a great admiral, Zengi, and I do see he's moving him towards the front line here. It's 2 turns away from getting there. America is on 2.3 great admiral points at 10, while Rajendra Kola is the next one. Byzantium is on 4. I do see Georgia on 13. He did manage to recruit one of his own, and I do see no, this is Artemisia, Gaius Duilius. Do we have another one? We should have another one somewhere. I'm pretty sure he recruited one. Or did he? Himerius. There we go. He did recruit one. I have no idea where he is, but he... Oh, there we go. There he is in Poti. Okay. I don't have to mention Byzantium has quite a bit of strength on these caravels from the extra combat strength that he gets from the admiral. First of all, he did manage to recruit one. He has the extra support bonus because all of those units are clumped together, and he does have also some land units with them, so he gets more support. It's going to be quite painful for America to push through Byzantium without frigates, and that's probably the reason he's not actually pushing right now. I don't see quadrims coming up from the cities of America, which I think it should be very, very important to actually get the quadrim pre-builds right now, so you can actually follow up with square rigging immediately after. I do see him building a wave of builders, and I'm pretty sure he wants to improve more of his territory, maybe even get some chops into those quadrims. One of the things that I also want to say at the moment, he's going for guilds, which will not, of course, allow him to actually get Merchant Republic quickly. If he's going for guilds over here, he's here in the bottom. He definitely needs to go medieval fairs, exploration. If he doesn't get exploration, he doesn't have access to the Prescience card, and he already discovered cartography, so he can't build galleys. He can't get them with the half coast card anymore. And if he does discover frigates, well, the only choice to actually get some discounts on the builds is to actually get the Merchant Republic. We definitely don't have enough boats from America. Definitely don't have enough boats from America. Even if this looks like a big ball of boats, it's not that big, to be honest. It's not that big. And it looks like he just lost one as well to Rome. Yeah, that's this is a problem. And to be honest, it looks like Pizza over here is a little bit out of his element. He's waiting to see what to produce in the western cities, and he's going to need to figure out a way to approach this, because he can't let Byzantium just get bigger and bigger on the coast, especially since he does have more significantly more science and culture than him. If he just lets him build up, he's just going to get overwhelmed later on, and that little island heaven that America has is going to turn out into be a hell over here, because, well, Byzantium is going to come for him, Rome might come for him. To the west of Rome, we don't actually have Egypt interacting with the Roman defenders at all. He's not pushing, he's not forcing Halland to actually build anything, and yes, even if he's getting some bonuses on himself, like intelligence agency or statue of Zeus bonuses for the extra production into units, it doesn't seem like he's forcing his opponents to do any kind of reaction. That's usually the go-to strategy, so you can actually slow down your opponents. We do have also Persia 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 cities. Okay, he got one more. I think Sparta was the last one settled. He got a few Peridesas next to it, the unique improvement. He's putting down his commercial and finishing up a campus in 9. Also getting a few more stables. Didn't only build a single aqueduct, a single encampment yet. His aqueducts are getting quite numerous, to be honest. I do see he in almost every city he's building up this aqueduct placement with these industrial zones to benefit from the extra boost that he's going to get into his production. And it looks like it's showing up 192 points versus Xero's 136. Also, you're hoping they're good. Oh, the Dromos. Yes. America also has built this navy from 4 cities only. It's just that they built it first. That is true. Also, it's 45 CS shot, 47, and then promotions. Yeah, why Lincoln's stats is so low? Leo Coldheart, good evening, sir. Mostly because he focused everything on getting a naval attack going, and then, well, he's on an island over here, so he had quite a few problems. He also missed his golden age, so yeah, that happened over here. Abraham Lincoln was the only one that didn't manage to get enough points. Okay, let's see. American boat against a Byzantium boat. America loses. Okay, and heavily loses. Yeah, same can be said of the counterattack. What kind of bonuses do we have here? We do have on the defense, taxis straight, military alliance, oligarchic legacy. Both of them actually have, and the extra +8 support bonus is giving him so much. Yeah, I do see some theater squares actually have been built in Byzantium territory. He's on 4 great writer points a turn. Georgia is building on 1, and I'm a bit surprised that Egypt didn't build one in the city that he has Oracle in. He's using that city for the commercial actually input that he's getting. 13 great merchant points a turn. Rome is on 8. We got Byzantium on 8, Spain on 7, Persia on 9, Inca on 6. Let me actually take a look over here. We did have America managing to get Zenhi, the Admiral. We did have Inca getting Ibfadlan, the merchant. Looks like also Inca did manage to get Marco Polo, and the first one, who got the first one? Egypt did manage to get Zankian. So there's, I mean, there are a few more that give you traders, but the important ones in the merchant screen have gone. The ones that give you the traders from the beginning. We do have a campus coming up in Pasacarte. It's going to be a +3 over here between the mountains. And I do see, of course, Pingala is going to get a bit of an extra kick over there. When we were talking about Spain over here, he's getting his education and reform change in 6 turns. And I do see he did manage to get a warrior monk. Kick W, man. He got Hinduism as a religion, warrior monks, and defender of the faith. Allow spending the faith to train warrior monks, land, combat units with unique promotion 3 may be purchased in a city with a shrine in its holy site. Culture bomb adjacent tiles when completing a holy site. Oh my god, siege tower is actually beginning built in Bilbao. Wait a second, is he gonna hit Georgia here? Because I see all of these swordsmen actually moving towards Bilbao. Is he gonna hit Georgia? He's gonna hit Georgia, right? He's gonna hit Georgia. There's no extra +5 activated though. Oh yeah, there is. +5 combat strength versus regions receiving another... oh my god, it is. He's getting an extra +5 here. Oh, I'm so sorry, FizzLePoisson. He's gonna feel the full power of the Spanish conquistadors. Anyway, Spain over here is desperately trying to get more stats in, and I do see him building up new campuses. He's getting a few more barracks for the extra points and production. I do see also Spain is trying to get into the Egyptian back line here. He was trying to pillage the traders, and I think he actually got a few traders. Looking at his gold, he does have 500 gold in the bank, and I'm pretty sure that actually came out of pillaging a few traders here. Now, I'm certain that those were Egyptian traders. I'm pretty sure Persia is still trading internally here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's trading 6. He's trading internally, not externally. He also has a spy in the city of Seville over here, which does give him that extra +3 diplo. No, he doesn't, because Spain has one as well. There's no spy here, so he's probably Spain has printing and Persia does not, or something like that. Persia, oh, it's gaining more sources. That's why. That's the mission of the spy. He's not actually getting intelligence. Did anyone here play CS2 yet? I did, Machiavelli. I did, and I had a shock. Shock, I tell you. So I'm used to playing Escape from Tarkov, which is actually quite a hard shooter to play. You have to take into account a lot of stuff from your movement, from the players' movement, from the ping, from the colors, from, oh my god, so many things over there. The recoil of the weapon, ergo, and so many details. The bullets, blah blah. I opened up Counter-Strike 2 days ago when it got updated. I immediately updated. I was like, oh, come try it, new game. And of course, you know, first thing that you want to do when you get a game like Counter-Strike, you go into a deathmatch. You know, you try it out. You want to see what's going on. Don't actually jump into a competitive game, because that actually locks you in for like an hour, right? And I had exactly that impression, Machiavelli. So I went into the game, man. I died like 10 in a row. I was spawning, dying, spawning, dying, spawning, moving 2 meters, dying, spawning, moving 2 meters, dying, until I actually started to get the ball rolling. And yes, oh my god, like it does feel so much better than CSGO. So much better. Like you can immediately see, like I know it only took like maybe like a half second more or something like that, but you can immediately see when you hit the headshot. When you hit that guy in the head, it's gonna immediately show. There were a few I think I watched the war. I will talk a little bit about this, and he said that there is a bit of a drawback on the new system they implemented, because you might actually see different things on your screen that the server, different information on your screen that the server has, and of course being a server authoritative over there, it's going to overwrite your information. You might see a player that shot you still you might see a player that is still moving, shoot you back, and then you shot him and you killed him, but on your screen he didn't die and he kept moving until the server pops in and clears the messages and gives you the kill. But again, I think that's a small price to pay for increased performance and of course quality of performance, because it's one thing to actually, I would say, have the 128 tick, but also they went a little bit further than the 128 tick. I really like what they did with the netcode, and the game is just smooth. It's just amazing. Yeah, very good, very good. Only good things to say.
K9 Astaroth has joined the round table.
K9 Astaroth, thank you so much for the follow, sir. You mentioned that's how multiplayer shooters work. Actually, he meant that maybe with their new system this will happen less often. No, he meant it will happen more often because of the time difference. Like, it takes a little bit of time for you to receive the information. Of course, it only depends of ping. So like if you're playing on an 80 or 100 ping server, then you will see this. If you're playing on LAN, you're never going to see this. Or if you're playing close to your country or something like 30 ping, 40 ping, you're still not going to notice. But with a little bit higher ping, 80 more, 80 plus, I think you're going to notice. CS multiplayer is obnoxious and the multiplayer is even more so. Oh, don't get me started on that one. Yes, I know. I mean, a lot of people just, sometimes when they play, they do want to vent. Not that they want to vent on purpose, they just vent because they had other stuff happening in their lives and so on. And this is how sometimes they just overflow. It is what it is. Vent Among Us. Yes, Mario Shiba. Hello there, sir. Yes, exactly. Among Us. Oh, we did have Kume getting hit over here, and it looks like Rome, with the help of Byzantium, did manage to clean up the initial attack of America. Even if Kume did get dropped down to less than half HP fortification, the Byzantium frigates and the Roman galleys caravels did push out the American attackers. We do have America getting his frigates going and putting new industrial zones. He did finish his aqueducts actually over here, so that actually gives him a significant boost in his production. We do have America getting 283 science, 48 culture, and 142 production, matching the production possibilities of Zero at the moment, but not of David Lynch. David Lynch still has more on 171. Now we do need to see if, of course, America over here is going to manage to overwhelm his opponents before he gets his frigates on the front line. It's going to be very tough for these caravels to push in through the defenses that Byzantium is putting up. Of course, the resupply line is much closer to Byzantium territory, so he can quickly get new boats out if he does have the production capabilities, which I do see he's kind of lacking. He did manage to, I'm pretty sure, get Merchant Republic, so he has his press gangs going, the 100% production towards the industrial era and earlier naval units activated. If America loses this war, is a GG. Yeah. Yes, I agree. If America loses this war, this is kind of GG. We do have Civ6 coming around from Georgia, and I do see FizzLePoisson is positioning some units next to Tsinkin Valley, but to be honest, Spain over here has quite a few pre-builds already on 2, 4, 6, 7. Yes, he doesn't have the opportunity to actually go for nationalism. It's still quite a bit low in the culture, but Philip II over here is definitely going to have the option to upgrade these swordsmen en masse into conquistadors. He does need to get a few missionaries also from Valencia. Usually the conquistadors, well, usually, not usually, but the conquistadors do get a +5 when it comes to having a missionary next to them against their opponent. So you definitely need a missionary. How is his faith generally? He has 161 faith, so he can buy them really quickly from the city of Valencia and send them, of course, in Bilbao. He probably just, is waiting for something on that. Did America found a religion? I don't think so. Also, can they go against conquistadors? Persia getting cuirassiers? No, cuirassiers won't. I mean, sure, you can try to go against conquistadors, but it's not gonna work. The conquist should be stronger than the cuirassiers. Field cannons, mass field cannons, though, does work against the conquist. Okay, we do have frigates, a lot of frigates actually coming out from the America series. 2, 4, 6, 8 with new caravels getting upgraded. He's actually a bit worried about getting pushed from two sides. As you can see, the Roman caravels are starting to move in from the northwest with the help of Byzantine frigates in the southwest. Of course, that's the initial navy that he fought, and America is repositioning his boats in the middle of the ocean over here with 2, 4, 6, 8 boats alive. He has a lot of scouts next to them, so of course the support bonus is going to be incredible on these units. You know, on some tiles we should have like what, +8 +10 +14 support bonus on this caravel here. But yeah, it takes a long time to actually move all of this. Now I do also want to mention Kid over here. Did manage to jump up to 188 science and 84 culture. He's oh my god, he's actually boosting himself quite nicely. He has trebuchets coming out, and I do have to say he's overwhelming Spain with his science numbers. Also, he's the first one up with the science numbers in the game, even getting more than David Lich is getting on 168. In the production tab, he is the first one to reach more than 200 points on 236, and I do see FizzLePoisson is on 206 as well. Even if Tamar did have a rocky start at the beginning, he's starting to catch up quite nicely, but now he's going to encounter a problem. Spanish conquistadors are going to be on his borders really quickly, and look at this damage. This is 80 strength conquistador, and this is without getting that missionary. When he's going to get the missionary, it's going to be like, oh my god, look at this, 88 strength against the horses of Georgia. Wait, what does he have? Oh, it's 85. For some reason, the Conquistador is benefiting from Defender of the Faith bonus, guys. Kek in Valencia. Kek W. Anyway. In the tech side, we do have Zero going for metal casting, Halland going for metal casting, Stirrups coming up from Devil Lich. We do have Slay going for his sailing on Inca, even though he doesn't really care about sailing that much. We do have America getting his printing in 1 turn. I do see FizzLePoisson on machinery in 1. Kid just finished ballistics, and we're gonna have him with the option to upgrade these knights into cuirassiers. They do still have a stronger economy on both teams, a little bit stronger on CPS still. As you can see, Philip II, for example, doesn't really have an economy anymore. We do have David Lich on 53, Slay on 69, and then Halland is the one booming over here with 117 gold a turn. On the other side, we already have FizzLePoisson 262 gold a turn, Kid is on 136, and then Barak on 75, with America slowing behind on 38. The fact that FizzLePoisson has somebody to trade with does allow him to get a lot of good stats going. Can they go? Okay, yes, cuirassiers can go against and beat conquistadors. Let's agree to disagree. Also, X2 is saying, I love how there is more naval than land war on a Pangea map, and it looks perfectly normal and expected. Yes, definitely not normal and expected on Pangea to actually have this kind of a situation evolve. Very rarely we actually have maps that can allow naval warfare. This is one of those, I guess. We do have Byzantium with the advantage of getting press gangs, and of course he's pumping out caravels as quickly as he can, 3 turning them from Mansira and probably 2 or 3 turning them from the city of Fez. I do see another city is going to be put down on the coast, and I do have to mention that at the moment Rome is not building more boats. He just got 1 extra quadrim, and that's about it. America over here will need to be careful exactly how he's going to apply his military power against his opponent, and needs to choose wisely how he's going to pick boats from the left and from the south. As you can see, there's a limited number of caravels and frigates that he can rely on. We do have a lot more quadrims coming out from the production queues of America, and fully built frigates soon are also going to come out. He does need to put a harbor out from Cincinnati so he can get boats using that city as well, and Candy definitely needs a harbor. He's going to get a +5 easy peasy in that city center. You need tank cores to take down conquis. Yeah. This is very early ballistics timing for Persia. Field cannons and cuirassiers with Spain fighting Georgia could be a big hit. I do have to agree that with Uzi Mafioso, in the sense that yes, these cuirassiers can still do damage to how to say, the Spanish units, if they're in sufficiently big enough numbers with field cannon support or bombards next to them, and that's exactly what's going on here. The fact that Spain will actually need to split his attention up between attacking into Georgia's defenses and defending himself from Persia, it's gonna maybe create an advantage over here for Persia. I find it doubtful that he's actually gonna take cities. If you take a look at the Conquistador here, he's not in a good landing. He still is on 71 defense versus the Cuirassier 72. If this Conquistador would have had a general, and if of course he would have had a missionary next to him, the Cuirassiers cannot touch the Conquistadors. Like we can take a look at the damage points here, for example. It's 72 versus 84 of the Conquistador. That's definitely not happening. The Cuirassier is dying. Yeah, field cannons, a lot of field cannons. Oh my god, a lot of field cannons. Just spamming out the field cannons, yes. I agree. Okay, so the Spanish conquistadors are going to get to the Georgian cities. They do have a battering ram, a siege tower with them to deal the damage directly against the city center. When we do not have yet Georgia killing a lot of units out, only a single Kefsur is over there with a horseman. That's definitely not enough to save the city of Chicken Valley.
Has joined the round table.
Hey Lobrak, thank you so much for the follow, sir. Much appreciated. And welcome to the round table. Even with the religious unit, it's still a +1 combat strength for cuirassiers though. What exactly do conquests have that make them so scary? I don't get them. Well, look at the damage. Look. Against this. Right, so this is 72 cuirassier against the conquistadors 84. The conquistador actually has on his side, first of all, the extra +5 that you get against a nation that has another religion. We do have a +5 combat strength also when having a religious unit in the same hex, the ideal terrain, the military alliance, support bonus, and the general on their side. Let me actually take a look here. Does Persia have a general? Persia doesn't have a general. I don't see a general here from Persia. He does have 5 great general points a turn, but he never actually recruited one of the generals of this era. Yeah, no, Inca did manage to get one. Still, there's quite a bit of damage being outputted from these cuirassiers, and it looks like even the Spanish conquistador has a bit of a problem over here. It's only one, and he doesn't have a missionary next to him to help him out defend against the cuirassiers. Well, I do have to mention the conquistadors are kind of special needy units. You do have to be careful with them. Oh, I just see Persia has volume bonuses. We do have Hansa being held by Slay. We do have Kid being held by Cahokia, FizzLePoisson, Kumasi, FizzLePoisson also Auckland. He's getting the bonus points, of course, from the culture and from the production. I do see Cardiff is being held by Xero. Halland is keeping Geneva, while Nalanda is not being kept by anybody. This is a pocket CS. This is a pocket science CS for CPS. Oh, very nice, very nice. They actually never actually used that. Okay, got it. Nice. Okay, we're probably gonna see the first attacks from the conquistadors next turn over here. He does need the support of the siege tower to take down that city center. Field cannons are very strong in their era, depends on how they're used. That is true. Conquistadors can't exactly attack into cuirassiers either, and Persia is the only one with ranged units. That is true, or at least with field cannons. Kill Geneva, you're always at war. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Geneva kind of useless, to be honest. Yeah, Egypt over here is trying to kill Geneva, but he doesn't have a bombard with him. He is trying to get a siege tower over there for this man at time to try to do the damage, but that's about it. Oh, Mont Saint Michel has been finished in Barak's territory, and he's getting that extra boost of culture on all of these floodplain tiles. Oh, very nice. Barak over here, 118 science with 72 culture, is trying to keep up with Rome's 149 and 113. I do have to say they're not that far away from total acquired science, but the total acquired culture is definitely on Rome's side. He has 2500 versus the 1300 that Barak has. Just Science is giving the plus science to every library, uni, and lab. The base stats from science states are so good. Yes. Just the science that you get from that one single envoy over there is just amazing. We do have Persia actually getting through the initial defense line of Spain over here in the city of Mitla, and it looks like the Persian field cannons are going to start working on the defenses of Mitla. We do have bombards on the way that will also probably touch those walls, and yes, conquistadors are coming out from the production queues of Spain, but they're kind of late to the party over here. Of course, Spain is going to put the pressure on Tsikin Valley, and I do see the siege tower is going to allow them to attack next time. Now, in the naval warfare, we do have America with a big ball of units over here with his frigates. He did manage to deal the damage against the northwestern boats, and I do see Byzantium is trying to get the frigates behind his own caravels so he can start to shoot down the American caravels. So there's actually quite a bit of a back and forth over here with America trying to get advantages over the Byzantine caravels, and of course trying to put as many of these frigates to shoot one single boat at a time and take it down if possible. He definitely doesn't want to actually just, you know, chip away at them. And this saying this and then seeing these frigates actually attack into this caravel instead of this caravel makes me wonder why. But why, my friend, why? But anyway, the good thing is he's doing more damage than the Byzantine units can afford to take before they get promotions, and as you can see, it's not easy for Byzantium to actually repair them. He needs to move them back into Ansira and then move them back in onto the front line. This is going to take quite a bit of effort and time that he doesn't have. There are so many American boats, wave out of wave of frigates is coming out from the American cities, and of course we do have new caravels on the way as well. America did manage to get his Merchant Republic and got his press gangs bonuses going, the 100% bonus towards producing boats over here, industrial and earlier. So now it's fine. He can actually put the caravels to work. His production capabilities did grow as well. 183 production versus David Lich's 232, and I'm pretty sure it's more like around 50 or something. Let's actually see how much production does he have in Ansira. He's on 27 production plus a Fez, which is on 50 production. Okay, that's like okay. So 77 production plus 2, 79 production. 79 production in total from Byzantium. To be honest, I think America won this naval fight. There are a few things that yes, America can do wrong over here, but he got an overwhelming force against Byzantium, and he's tearing apart the Byzantine units. He needs to be careful with this. I don't know why he's leaving his boats like this. I guess sometimes, you know, where there are so many, he can't take a look at every angle that is happening. Boats get +3, I think, with units on defense. If you're not in friendly territory, that's important. They do get +2 for each unit around them, including the units like the land units, embarked land units. So that's why you see a lot of horses and scouts and so on and so forth on these next to these boats. So they do get the extra defense. Yeah, this is insane added damage. Like sometimes it gets to +14. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of defense. Very important to have. Barabuliko, good evening, sir, by the way. Good evening. Okay, so you can see the trades are starting to happen over here. Byzantium is trading his caravels for the frigates of America, but to be honest, he's taking a bit too much than he can handle. We do have 2 caravels about to die over here, and yeah, there we go, they're gone. With a third one on the way, there are more frigates that can shoot from above, and that's exactly what's happening. And yes, in the meantime, America is pushing in with his caravels. Byzantium is starting to lose the footing over here that he had to the northeast of the city of Ansira, and well, he's banged up. Caravels are trying to get into his borders to get some heals popping off. They don't have enough promotions to get the heals for free. So as you can see over here, America is having the upper hand with more military production, especially in the naval side from America. He knows that this is his mission. This is his goal in the game, to try to take down Byzantium and how to say, get supremacy over the seas. The city of Chacun Valley has been taken down. The Spanish conquistadors have successfully pushed into that city and deleted it. Now he does have the opportunity to go against the other cities over here, and slowly Georgia is starting to lose his defenses, his cities. This is quite problematic for FizzLePoisson. Mitra is also going to go down. Persia is going to take it down. I do have to say that to my shame, I didn't talk about the resolutions. I'm sorry. Tamar is not going to grow via culture. Okay, not that big of a problem. Slay is gonna get -4 gold. That is a bit of a problem. And FizzLePoisson +2 diplo. FizzLePoisson? Tamar? Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, why not? Yeah. He got the diplo points. I do also want to mention Komanda over here did do quite well to actually get their stats up. We do have a decent amount of stats. Hey, Elephant Guy, long time no see, my friend. How have you been doing? Thanks so much for the raid, and of course, welcome everybody. Now we're watching a game from the CPL Premier League. Komanda, a new team coming up from the CPL Premier League season 2.5. They played the in-between, trying to get the synergy going, and now we do have them in Division 3, fighting against Chacun Pour Soi, which is coming from the CFR Squadrons, team that shows a lot of potential and has been taking part of quite a few tournaments. Doing good. Team just carried me. Ah, very nice, very nice. You know, Elephant Guy just sitting over there in the corner, sniffing on coconuts, and then his team just carrying. Very nice, very nice. It looks like Persia is actually putting a little bit of pressure on Spain in the north. Spain never actually put a city to the north of Bactri, and we do have Persia with his field cannons doing quite a bit of damage against the Spanish defenders. There are a few Spanish field cannons as well to help out with this defense, and new conquistadors are come out of the cities of Spain. You can see the missionaries are also being bought over here from Valencia to give that extra edge to the Spanish units. Elephant Guy is calling out, let's go CPS, let's go. Yeah, let's go, man. BBG 551 September 12. Oh, okay. Yeah, Pizarro, good evening, sir. Hello. Okay, so Mitra about to be taken down. I'm actually quite curious if Persia is going to want to liberate this. They did manage to get the first wave of diplo points on their side, but FizzLePoisson, or I should say Tamar over here, has quite a few problems. He's getting his privateers going to try to hit them from the coast, hit these units from the coast. I was taking a look at the damage output of these Georgian privateers. It's not that great. It's really not that great. 58 damage against the Conquistador 76. It's barely like scratching them. Anyway, on the seas over here, we do have another wave of attacks from America, and as you can see, the number of boats from the Byzantine navy is starting to dwindle. We do need to see if America resupply his front line very quickly, and I do see him trying to get Venetian arsenal from his capital city of Washington. He does have Isidore of Miletus to help him build it, and Isidore does have 2 more actions for him to activate into that wonder. Tier 1 CPL, top 4 last CWC. Oh yeah, gold by library. Man, I gotta say, congratulations for the performance you did in the CWC. That is quite big. That is quite big. I can't wait to see the next games in the CPL Premier League and then follow up with the next season. Why Kid not buy the 222? Kid not buy the 222. Why Kid not buy the 222? Oh, Mitra kick. Yeah, I guess Mitra did get liberated. And then Spain deleted it. We do see walls coming up in Cordoba, not going to help that much. The bombard is there to shoot it down, shoot the walls down, and Persia is doing quite a bit of damage over here against the Spanish defenders. We do have also two of these cuirassiers that can attack into that city center, and Amina is making his presence felt over here to the south of Cordoba. On the west side, it looks like Spain is managing to take Batumi in the quick succession shots against that city center. Georgia didn't even have a chance, and I'm pretty sure the city of Kutaisi is the next one. You see, the Spanish conquistadors do have a lot of firepower into taking cities over here, especially against nations that do have a religion. I know stream chat, I'm not sure whom. Was it Linda that actually mentioned earlier that we might actually see Georgia not get a religion because of Spain next to him? Well, this is what happens when he did get the religion. Spain next to him is just, yeah, a bit bad. I gotta say, Philip II over here is relying a lot on this free inquiry golden age, and yes, even if he's taking cities away from Georgia, he lost a city of his own, and he doesn't have a lot to stand on. 2, 4, 5 cities remaining with a very strong nation next to him, Persia. It does look like he's gonna have quite a few problems getting his science numbers up in the next era. Military science coming up in 4 turns for him, exploration coming up in 2 turns, and I do see the next era is gonna finish in the next 3 turns, so he's gonna lose his Penbash and his free inquiry golden age in the next 4 turns. Now we do have Halland getting also his square rigging. He did manage to build a few quadrims here and send his caravels to try to help out the defense on Byzantium. We do have, of course, new American boats showing up over here, and even if these caravels from Rome do show up next to the American boats, they probably can take 1 or 2 frigates down until they die, but that's about it. They're gonna trade probably 4 caravels versus 2 frigates. That's not that good of a trade. He doesn't have an admiral for his boats, which again is putting him with a -5 on his side, or I should say with a penalty on his side. Okay, some hills popping over here. There is Victor in the city of Ancira, which makes me think why David Lynch did want to fight in the seas, in the middle of the seas, except the fact that, the obvious fact that, of course, you can deploy a much bigger navy in the middle of the seas. The extra +3 from Victor might have made quite a bit of a difference over here, and of course the ability to actually pop some hills off. That is very important, popping those hills off. Industrialization coming up across the board for CPS. We do have for Tamar, we got Abraham Lincoln, we got Kid also going for industrialization. There are some trades going on over here, and it looks like Byzantium did manage to take down one of the caravels of America. Another frigate got taken down, and I do see one caravel of Byzantium is still standing tall. There's a caravel fleet over here to the north that is taking quite a bit of a beating, but it's still alive. Oh my god, it's still alive. And it's still alive. He went back into the city of Ancira to repair a little bit. I gotta say, feels like America is starting to run out of steam here. Now this is the moment that Rome needs to pounce. Pounce on the American frigates. Hit them! Hit them when they don't see. Anyway, we do have Venetian Alsan finishing up in 9 turns. Pizza, as you see, he still did not choose to activate Isodor of Miletus. If he does manage to get Venetian Alsan, he's going to get that 75 production bonus towards building boats from each of his cities. This is going to be amazing. You can imagine he might actually start to want 10 caravels and frigates from his cities, which is going to make a significant difference in the war effort against Byzantium and Rome at the same time. We do have another city taken away from Spain. This time Cordoba was the one on the chokeman block. Seville is up next, and as you can see, Spain is keeping up the pressure on his opponent, or I should say Persia is keeping up the pressure on his opponent. Spain is still trying to get to Kutaisi and delete that city. He's getting his conquistadors ready to attack, of course with the help of the siege tower, but he does need quite a few conquistadors next to the city center if he wants to be successful into taking this down. The frigates from the coast are actually starting to be quite numerous, and the fact that they can actually do damage on these tiles does allow them to significantly hurt the conquistadors or even take them down before they reach the defenses of the city of Kutaisi. I watched Goal by Library versus COC game 2 last night. Oh, you liked it, Uzi? You liked it? yeah, it was painful, man. Also MS Doll, hello there, sir. Ran out of steam before steamers even arrived. That's kind of how it feels, right? America needs to be more clear with this. Their frigates are getting hit way too much by the caravels. Yes, I agree. Some moves over here from Pizza are a little bit scattered, as in I would have loved to see a bit more of a concentrated effort to take down a single boat, you know, like focus on taking down boats, not doing damage. I think that's quite a difference in approach to war. Anyway, the Roman caravels did pose a bit of a distraction over here to the north. We do have more shots coming up from America. He did manage to take another boat down, and I do see he lost a frigate of his own as well. Still has problems to attack this one here. Can he? Can he? No, the frigates just don't have enough movement to take it down. So slowly, there's a grinding game happening between Rome and, of course, Byzantium and America on the other side. America having the ability to get the boats out quite quickly does have the advantage when it comes to naval superiority. The fact that he's also going to get this Venetian arsenal is very important. I'm very curious, why is he waiting for Isidore of Miletus over here? Is he building how to say, mausoleum or something? Is he waiting for an extra? I don't think so. I don't see mausoleum getting built. I don't know. It is what it is. He's delaying the engineer. He has also chops over here. You can see he has 1, 2. So 2 chops for the city of Washington and 2 charges. What is he waiting for? He should be finishing that immediately. Anyway, maybe for the card. You think he doesn't have the card? Industrialization, enlightenment. No. Okay, he started activating. Okay, he started. He's doing it. Wait, did he plug in the card? No, he didn't even plug in the card for. I don't think he has the card. You're talking about the 15%. He does. No, this is not the good card. This is Corvi. This is not the good. Okay, he doesn't have the card. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the card that gives you the 50% production towards wonders, right? But that one you get at civil engineering, if I remember correctly. It's here, right? Skyscrapers, the 15% production towards all wonders. Are you talking about another card? This one, the Divine Right card, the Gothic architecture. Wait, Venetian Arsenal, which era is it? Venetian Arsenal is medieval, modern. Sorry, what? Removed if game started. Oh, after modern. Never mind. I was thinking, how can this be modern? Why does it not say? Why does it not say? Does it say? What is it? It doesn't. Kick. Anyway. Actually take a look. Industrial. Okay, I mean, look at that. We got like 3 different opinions over here. Kick. It's a cause for concern. The great disappearance of the name of the Venetian arsenal. The origins of the wonders are lost to us in the mysteries of history. It says the tech the wonder is from, and then you need to check where that tech is. I mean, okay. It's this one. This. Mass production. So it's Renaissance. Renaissance. It said industrial, you scroll past it, but it's Renaissance actually. Wait, where did it say industrial? Oh, here? No, it doesn't. It says in how to say, industrial zone, production, mass production over here, technology, but that's it. It doesn't say which era is it from. Anyway, that would have been a nice added information, easy to read over there instead of trying to search out more details. Anyway, we do have actually a standing army coming from Rome. It looks like they have been busy pillaging the trade routes towards Auckland. It looks like they also push back the Egyptian army. Looks like we do have some Egyptian cuirassiers coming up to fight. They will trade punches with the corsairs, no problem. We still have Halland over here with a decent amount of science, but now Barak did manage to overtake him with 162 versus 156 of Halland. Definitely a lot less culture when it comes to Barak's ability to get the culture points going. I do see Dark Age, oh, Golden Age coming up from Theodora. Exodus of the Evangelists, he went for Exodus, interesting. Extra movement on missionaries, apostles, and inquisitors. Reform the coinage for FizzLePoisson. Reform the coinage here. I do see he did manage, FizzLePoisson did manage to stop the attack of these conquistadors at the borders of the city of Kutaisi. Even if that city center did receive some hits over there, it's still alive, it's still kicking. The Georgian frigates with the Georgian privateers did manage to do enough damage. And we're gonna have another pause over here. We're gonna need to see what they're gonna do in the next era. I'm pretty sure we're still gonna have the naval impact going on, and we're And we're gonna need to see what happens with Spain. Spain on 4 cities. He's in trouble. Okay. Be right back. 2 minutes and we're coming back. Okay, so let's see what will transpire over here. Spain definitely has a problem to resupply his front line. Persia doesn't look like he has that same problem. He did manage to hit industrialization, so he has a big boost of production over here. Kid is on 351 production versus 100 production of 0. The longer the game goes on, I'm pretty sure Persia, if he keeps up the war effort against Spain, he will manage to take him down. These conquistadors do not benefit from a general bonus with the extra +5, or I should say that extra +5 not appearing over here is allowing these cuirassier corps to take down the conquistadors relatively easily. We do have the Persian field cannons also doing massive amounts of damage against the conquistadors, and they are moving into position to do just that. We do have them also starting to hit the city of Seville. As you can see, the walls are coming down quite quickly, and Persia has new cuirassiers coming up from his cities to join the fight on the front line. The fact is, the war effort on the west side did disappear. We don't have that many units available for Spain to push through. He did manage to take 2 cities, and that's about it. That was what he could do. We do have an ironclad. Ooh, actually, Byzantium did manage to get to ironclads. Interesting. Interesting. Byzantium over here. Naughty, naughty boy. Yeah, but still, yeah, even the ironclads are dying. There aren't that many boats from America, though. He needs to be careful. He can still take this ironclad, though. I'm actually a bit surprised. Why is he not? Oh, okay, there we go. He was waiting. He wanted to trade it. Okay, he traded a frigate for an ironclad. Why not? You know. Why is he not shooting this frigate? Okay, it is what it is. Focusing on caravels doesn't seem like the best way you can actually approach this. But anyway, it is what it is. Now we still have America. Ooh, he finished Venetian Arsenal. He did manage to get that bonus on his side. He needs to keep on building his boats to actually get the supremacy over there. We do have a line of frigates with new caravels coming out of the cities of America, and yes, he can keep on resupplying his front line quite quickly, while it's getting harder and harder for Byzantium to replenish what he's losing. We did have, I think, 2 golden ages, right? Gold, 100% cost until the next Congress. International trade routes +4 to the sender to Rome, and that's going to give him a lot of gold. A lot of trade routes from Byzantium are, for example, going towards Rome. Theodora gaining another 2 Diplo victory points. Wait, that's actually, no, that's the first wave of victory points that he got. The first one was on FizzLePoisson. He has 5 out of 20. Nobody has managed to build the Mahabodhi Temple, Potala Palace, Statue of Liberty, so those are still up for grabs. We do have Persia still needing to do the damage against the Spanish defenses. His Bombard Corps is gonna be needed over here. And we do have one of the cuirassiers taken down, but again, one of the conquistadors actually went down with him. Line infantries are getting upgraded from those conquistadors, which are going to be stronger units, especially defending against the normal cuirassiers. Cuirassier corps different, they're much stronger, and as you can see over here, the cuirassier corps do so much damage to the city center, they will take it down quickly. There are 3 of them that can actually attack into that city center soon, next turn, soon. So this city is probably gone. This city is gone. It's gonna pop out the spy out of that city, unfortunately, which was getting the listening post mission, getting that extra plus diplo visibility over his opponent, and I guess he's gonna have to make do without the extra plus 3. Now we do have also a military engineer creating the pathways, the road pathways to resupply the front line, going directly towards the capital city of Madrid. 351. Yeah. Kid over here is insane when it comes to production. 368. We got FizzLePoisson 255. We do have America 192, and Barak is 231. Now on the other side, of course, Zero over here is down to 100, and we do have 3 members that are over 200, but none of them are actually passing the 300 mark from Komanda. We didn't actually talk about Inca that much during the game. He was getting attacked by Egypt, and yes, he was still getting the gold for his teammates over here. Slay has been trying to get his stats up, 173 science, 78 culture. We do have him with 74 gold a turn, 212 production, not bad, but not amazing either. We did not have him actually setting up all of his mountain towns, but he did manage to get one to trade with Rome, I believe. Yeah, with Rome. I do not see one to trade with Byzantium here. I think he's actually leaving Byzantium to trade with Rome. Now we do have walls going up in Cajamarca. Well, yes, Barak is putting a little bit of pressure. He's more focusing on taking away gold from his opponents in the form of upgraded units, and well, he's actually succeeding when it comes to that. There's also a push coming up from Egypt into Rome's territory without that much success by the looks of it. And we do have Roman calves successfully defending Antium. Oh my god, America is losing. How can this be? I gotta say, this is surprising. I don't know how this happened, to be honest. Like, big props to David Lich for actually getting this done. I'm very surprised America is actually retreating right here. But anyway, we do have America going for a storm in 2 turns, nationalism coming up in 3 turns. He still has the production advantage, but he did move away from actually producing a lot of units, and this is a mistake. Georgia is coming with his fleet as well. He has quite a few privateers with frigates fleeted up, so he will add to the firepower against the Byzantium and even against these ironclads. We do have Georgia also getting his production capabilities up with shipyards coming up from most of his cities. He's producing as many of these boats as possible. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's gonna let Abraham Lincoln get good steam power while he's gonna do something else. 3 turns away from civil engineering, he's gonna get the option to get the extra production towards builders, and at the same time try to get that Statue of Liberty. And he has Auckland, by the way. I see the bonuses of Auckland on all of these tiles. That's so much production that FizzLePoisson is benefiting from. And Auckland is a city-state right next to Rome over here, which by the looks of it doesn't have enough strength to go against it. Version 5, perhaps Michael will post a link after the game. The server did? What? Oh, you're talking about BBG. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, there are like 5 versions, to be honest, or like 6 versions of PBG out there, unfortunately. We branched off a lot of things. Everybody did want to get some added bonuses, somebody didn't want, and so on. It changed hands quite a few times. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for helping him out, by the way. Much appreciated. Also, on this note, guys and girls, if you are wonderful enough, amazing, please, can you fill out the form for the CWC feedback? Because we definitely need a lot more feedback. We need a lot more feedback. Come on, guys. Come on. It takes 2 minutes. Please. I'm going to share the form, the link to the form in the chat over here. Please fill it out. Come on. If everybody fills it out, we're actually going to have more than enough feedback for this season of the CWC. Please. There we go. That's the link in the chat. You can actually use that link in the chat to give us feedback for the CWC. I didn't want to make an announcement today on CPL about this, and I did ask CFR to do an announcement on their side, but with the problems that Discord had today, I said, okay, I'm going to postpone it because I don't want to actually just, you know, throw it out there and it's going to be lost in the messages when Discord comes back. Thank you. Is it possible to make the email question optional? Yes and no. I mean, there was quite a heated discussion about this behind the scenes. The thing is, I'm very worried about the multiple answers. As in somebody actually making a mission of giving us feedback that is a little bit different than the reality. So I would prefer to actually have the email. It's not really an ID. You can have any email, but it's to stop people from actually giving multiple answers. Thank you so much, Joe06. Merci beaucoup pour le Prime. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Much appreciated. I think Google already does that. He doesn't actually. It doesn't. It gives you this option. This is the only option to actually have it different. And also at the end of the form, I did put a line if you are willing to answer more questions in private, I can actually email the person that sent me those answers. So I can get some more feedback on different cases. The feedback right now is actually pretty good. We got 38 responses, and I see most of the responses are actually quite positive. I did have, I mean, you know, it's the normal debate. Like they don't like me commenting, they like others commenting. They find it distracting. They don't find it distracting. I mean, you know, like the usual stuff over there. Some find it very good. Some find it. For some reason, I'm a heated discussion over there, but most of it is actually quite good. Let me see. Oh my God! Actually, look at that. Byzantium is pushing America back. Well, to be honest, I think America is letting him be pushed until Georgia comes in with his firepower. But these privateers don't do anything against the ironclads. Especially the ironclad fleets, especially with the level 1 promotions. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. We got to 41 responses. Oh my God, come on, let's get to 50, please. I finished the poll in the link. Thank you, HGW. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, so a lot more caravels are coming up from America. He will get the ability to core up next turn with nationalism being discovered over there. We do see that Georgia is also scrambling to get as quickly as possible over there. More boats. We got scientific theory coming up in 4 turns for Abraham Lincoln. He's probably going to want to go top 3 over here so he can get his steam power going, but he does need to go through scientific theory to get there to steam power. He did manage to get only 81 science and 50 culture, which is a massive difference between him and Theodora when it comes to the science output. I do have to say FizzLePoisson did manage to charge up his science requirement, which is going to help him get boats out to help out his ally over here. It is still a numbers game if you do have a lot of bad boats attacking into one single big bad boat. Well, we're going to need to see who's going to win there. But most of the time, the more boats actually wins the day. Madrid is going to get the walls up, but it looks like the army of Spain Spain has been defeated. We do have multiple units from Persia that can attack into that city center, and they have started doing so. An artillery corps also from Persia is sitting next to the city of Seville, which is going to make quick work of the defenses of the city of Madrid. And there are still 2 cities to take other than that, and it does seem like a safety settler from Zero is moving to the north. There might be a possibility for Cleopatra to send units to the west side to figure out exactly where Spain has set his safety settler. It does look like Spain is going to have a very hard time to get actually a safety settler going. He has to pass through the Persian territory or in between the Persian territory and the Egyptian territory to get it to safety. That's just not going to happen. In the gold per turn, we do have a CPS still with a big advantage when it comes to acquiring the gold. 221, 101, 151 and 128 on CPS respectively, while on the other side on Komanda we barely have 200 gold on Halland, and everybody else is under 100, or I should say under like 70. It's 10, 63 and 49. The production capabilities are definitely on CPS's side, but it does seem like Byzantium over here is pushing through America like butter. We do need to see if these boats of Georgia are actually going to make a difference over here. There are quite a few ones coming up from the cities, and to be honest, there aren't that many ironclads that they need to fight, but they're very strong, so they will need to focus down a unit and coordinate their efforts to actually bring them down, which is, you think it might be easy, but it's not that easy. You do have to click the buttons very quickly and be very sure how you click those buttons. I do see also Byzantium did manage to kill a religion, and that's probably actually the Roman religion, because he does have +4 taxes straight. That's an extra +2 than he had originally when he got his religion. Kid's production is huge. Yes, Kid over here with Persia is doing amazing, and I gotta say, man, we needed this game to actually see what Persia can do. I mean, Persia is still one of my favorite civilizations in the game, but depending on the land, depending on the situation you find yourself in, sometimes the civilization just doesn't shine. I do see Persia did manage to get his steel walls, and I'm actually quite curious if he's gonna follow up with tanks, or is he gonna try to do something else. He does have the opportunity to bomb at some point Inca on the east side after he finishes off the Spanish cities over here to the northwest. He's probably going to want to reposition all of his army to the east. At the moment, it's Egypt over here managing to do quite a bit of damage against Rome and keeping Inca at bay at the southeast. There's not much that they're moving on this front. Whoa. Oh, America started coring up. I thought he actually lost quite a few boats, but no, he actually just cored up, and that's it. Okay. Of course, from 2 boats turned 1, and yeah, that caused a little bit of a number change over here. He's still not 1 turning caravels, he's 2 turning caravels, which does, I don't know, it feels to me like this is something wrong. Now, looking at the tech side here, still 3 turns away from getting scientific theory. I do see nobody's boosting him, so it is what it is. We do have quite a few caravels coming out from his cities, and since he is in the process of coring up, he doesn't actually have a lot of available shots. We still have the Georgian Navy that needs to find a target over here, and the juicy one at that. They don't have enough strength on these frigates to actually take down the ironclad fleet with the level 1 promotion. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna feed experience here, but they're gonna try. Oh, look at them go. Come on, look at them go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can he take it with 6 shots? I mean, might be if he's fast enough, but I doubt he's fast enough. I do see also Georgia did manage to get Magellan bonuses with the extra +3, the former Agent Dracola that gives you the +3 on each of your boats. Okay, Persian capital has been taken over. Let's actually switch a little bit here. Oh, wait, the ironclad died. The ironclad actually died. Dun, 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 dun. America with the frigate fleets coming in from the north. We're going to need to see him punch through the offensive force of Rome and Byzantium next to him. Low coal. You saw the low coal? Let me see. Ironclad. Oh, he does have low coal. Oh, he's on -10. Ah, come on, game. Please stop refreshing. Yes, he is on -10 insufficient coal. I guess he got a few too many ironclads. That's actually a problem. That's a big problem. It's not like he can resupply very quickly. Does he have coal in the territory? He does. 1 coal tile over here, 2 coal tile. Come on, he has coal and he's low on coal. I mean, come on, man, just get a builder, bro. Just instead of getting a bank, just get a builder. You got like 6 coal a turn over here. Easy peasy next to Nicomedia and Adrianople. It's not even far away for you to, you know, struggle. Or try to go through hoops to actually get this city. Anyway, it is what it is. It does look like Byzantium for a few seconds over here is trying to focus on Georgia's boats, and he's starting to take down a few of them. Georgia still has quite a few of them to work with, and on some of them he's starting to get the promotions going. We do have from the north also America starting to join the fight, and yes, we do have quite a few frigates that still need to move and shoot their cannonballs against the Byzantine units. To be honest, now that America did the core up, he's going to take down quite a few units from Byzantium, the land units that got embarked, and of course the frigates of Byzantium. He does need to be careful about these ironclads, but now with the frigate fleets, level 1 frigate fleets, he does deal the damage against the ironclads considerably, with the ironclads unfortunately getting the penalty of -10 insufficient coal resource. It allows the frigate fleets to do the damage they need to be doing. Save for all strategic resources, unit return a cost. Yeah. I mean, imagine a tank that can't use its gun or move because no oil wouldn't be very useful. Yeah, true. That is so true. I mean, I'm pretty sure the game makes them still useful, right? In real life, if you don't have oil on your tank, you're just not gonna move. In this game, if you don't have oil on your tank, you're still gonna move somehow. I don't know how, but you're still gonna move somehow. That's weird. They get oil from encampments. Yeah, they do. They do. They also get coal from shipyards, if I'm not mistaken. Which I don't think actually Byzantium has a lot of. It only has 1 in the city of Fez. I think it got moved. Initially it was on the seaports, but it got moved on shipyards, if I remember correctly. Yeah, +1 coal per turn once discovered. Yes, something gives aluminium. Yes, it's airports give aluminium in the aerodromes. Airports. +2 aluminium per turn once discovered. They are losing the war because of this. Yeah, basically. MD Chops, hello. Okay, so Byzantium is still putting these boats on the front line over here, and we do have new caravels coming up from America. He's not that far away from getting his own ironclads, and I do see Georgia's arrival did actually give them quite a bit of boost over here. He did manage to keep Byzantium from totally deleting the American units. Now we're going to need to see if Pizza is going to be a bit more careful on attacking Byzantium units and focusing down his opponent's boats. There are quite a few boats that are 1 shot away for him. Quite a few frigates can attack into this, and to be honest, I don't think he's gonna lose them. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then if any of these ironclads shoot back, there are new frigates that can counter and trade. So I'm a bit curious why America. Anyway, it is what it is. I mean, you know, sometimes you just make the decisions and run with them. It is what it is. For example, they move this one, bam, or move this one here and bam, take down frigate, you know, like just use every movement that you can get. Yeah, looks like Byzantium again is still trying to take out the Georgian boats. We do have new boats coming in from his cities, getting his coal power plants going. Georgia is gonna need to be careful because these frigates are almost 1 shot to the ironclads, especially this ironclad fleet can 1 shot them. Still no movement from Pizza here. He's taking it slowly, man, you know. It is what it is. The city of Valencia is being taken down. Persia did manage to upgrade his cuirassier corps into tank corps, and of course with the help of the artillery he's doing wonders. There's another city, a safety settle from Xero to the north, the city of Cadiz between the mountains, which to be honest is not going to stop these tanks and the artillery from taking it down. We do have also Persia killing as many villages as he possibly can, and trying to do as much damage as he possibly can before he's taking down these cities. Now he did inherit at least 4 cities, 5 cities with the cities of Bilbao, and of course he did open up quite a bit of space for also Tamar to settle on the east. Now we do have artillery corps coming up from his cities, and with the military engineers he's gonna need to show us where he's gonna build that infrastructure. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be to the east side over here. He does have a tank corps pushing in Inca's defenses and doing quite a bit of damage with the field cannon behind it, and of course this is mostly to to tell Inca over here, I'm coming for you, I am joining the battlefield. Just 1 second, just wait for me to finish with Spain and I'm gonna come for you. We're gonna need to see if he's gonna be successful here. Is it GG? Yeah, it's GG for Spain. Spain over there, maybe through a miracle he's gonna get another one of these settlers, and maybe he's gonna get it somewhere over here to the west. I mean, it would be a bit safer, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Komanda is getting steel walls across the board over here. David Lich 2 turns, slaying 110, Halland 4. We do have Xero on 74 turns. Oh my god, that's like never. We do have also 4 turns Abraham Lincoln to get his steam power, trading those boats over here. It's well, it's kind of hurting his naval numbers, and we do have Georgia losing the majority of his fleet over here to these Byzantium units, but it caused quite a bit of a distraction, and of course Georgia can still try to reposition and upgrade, promote these boats to save them. We're going to need to see if he's going to be fast enough on the buttons to do just that. Okay. Okay. Yield stab. Looking at what's going on here and how the pieces are starting to fit in on the map, it kind of looks like CPS has a commanding lead into this, even if maybe, well, except the Spanish, of course, a war over there with Spain losing. Even without that, you still see quite a bit of an advantage when it comes to the production numbers, when it comes to the gold generation on CPS, and it does look like this is the GG.
Face may change throughout the
CPS wins their first matchup against Komanda in the CPL Premier League. It does seem like Komanda needs to get some more skill on the board over there, but I gotta say this first game of theirs was actually against a very powerful team. CPS over here has shown up multiple times in the games and did very, very well. GG, well played to both teams. We do have a winner over here. It looks like CPS with Kid with Barak and with FizzLePoisson and Pizza managing to win the day. The naval fight has been well, it's basically a stalemate over here with a bit of an advantage on America, technological advantage of Byzantium. The fact that Georgia is entering the war is quite important. We do have Egypt managing to break Rome's defenses on the west side and starting to hit the city of Antium. Spain was dying. There were tanks in the water to actually go towards the city of Cadiz, and they're gonna get there quite fast. His last city would have died anyway, Bilbao. The artillery corps would have taken that down. So yeah, not many chances for him to actually get going. Let me go into the post-game chat over here and see if we're actually gonna get a post-game chat. I will wait. We will wait. So man, I don't know why, but my head is aching. Eesh. hurting. Well, not my head. I usually have like ocular pressure or something like that, and it's messing with my sinuses. Kid deserves MVP. Played so well, stuck in the middle. Yeah, he did. He did play very well, Kid. No one kept Persia in check and Spain got shafted. Yeah. Don't forget prediction. Yes. Merci beaucoup, Andiro. Thank you for reminding me. Give me a second. Prediction. Oh, bonsoir, monsieur.
Hi, Michael.
Congratulations. You're putting Persia back in the choices, man. What is going on?
We hesitated between because I was like, maybe we should take Inca.
Yeah.
Inca.
Yeah.
And but it was like we didn't have a good combatants bonus, so in the end we chose Persia for the military bonus and seeming bonus.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. No, I gotta say the first map, man. The first map.
Yeah.
Egypt over there on the first map would have been quite happy. Not as happy as the second one.
Yeah, I don't really remember the first map, but oh yeah.
What was your initial impression when Lincoln was on an island, Tamar was on a peninsula, and so on?
It was very bad. I thought
was very
was,
bad,
to
yeah.
be honest.
It was like, oh fuck it. And then when we see the stats of Byzantium going up, and we're like, oh shit, that's gonna hit hard. And in the end, Pizza did a great job in the naval fight.
GG.
GG. I do
Yeah,
have to say, I did feel like Pizza wasn't really focusing down units. He was like more going for the damage rather than taking down units.
What do you mean that I was more trying to kill units and take the position?
Okay, guys, I just want to say, well played. You played very well. I think we had advantage spawn and position wise, but you just better execution. So congratulations. And we're gonna go and
Thanks.
analyze our game to find
GG
the
well played.
mistakes.
GG well played.
Thank you.
Michael,
Yes, sir.
so you on the naval fight, I was just lagging as fuck. So all the time that I press E to just attack with my I think that's frigate in English.
Yeah.
With my bombarder ship, we will say that. With my bombarder ship, all the time, like I need like half a second between two shots. So all the time, he have the time to move his units because I was lagging so much.
Oh, that was what we were seeing. So it wasn't a decision. You just didn't
Yeah.
have.
No, I was like spamming,
Yeah.
but yes, I was like spamming, but my computer was like, no, no, you will not kill this unit.
Slow down, sir. Slow
Lincoln,
down.
what is this naval zero crash? So much fleet, so much boats. I don't know.
Yeah, he did make Venetian Arsenal like 7
Yeah.
turns ago, or 8 turns ago, and it's just
Yeah,
boom, boom.
you kill one and then pop up two more. So,
Yeah.
Yes, and on the lot of time, because of my connection lag, I was clicking with my bombarder ship, and he moved before me during the connection lag, and then I just I give for free some bombarder ship.
Yeah, the
it
Conquistador
was not,
attack was awesome, by the way. I guess you trembled a little bit over there when those... you couldn't do much against the Conquistadors.
okay, guys, it was a funny game. Thanks.
GG, well
okay.
played. Halland told us that you're gonna analyze right now. Would have loved to hear a few thoughts.
Going to boys.
Okay. Well, have a good evening, and thank you so much for having me here. Hope you had fun, and see you the next time.
you.
Thanks.
Thanks for the
See
test,
you.
Michael.
Thanks for the cast,
Bonne
Michael.
soirée.
Bonne soirée.
Merci.
So there we have it. We heard from both teams. As you can see, very good, by the way, practice to have to go and do a post-game chat about what happened in the game, post-game analysis with just your teammates, and see exactly how you can actually do better next time. I do want to thank everybody for joining us, and of course the follows, the subs, the gifts. Thank you so much for everything. It does help me out a lot. You put bread on my table, man. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. I do have to also say, if you're coming up from YouTube, don't forget to throw this a thumbs up, and I do hope you're going to see each other live on twitch.tv/OnSpotTV. Click that subscribe button, and of course, I do hope you're going to get all of the notifications. Don't forget about the bell, so you can actually get it on everything. Every time I actually put a movie over there on YouTube. Now, if you do want to take a look at my schedule, I do have it posted on my Discord on use exclamation on Discord in Twitch chat, or take a look at the description of the video down below, and you're gonna get an invite link to my Discord. I also want to point out, tomorrow we're gonna have a game quite early, 10:00 GMT. It's gonna be Civ Australia playing COC. That's a big game coming up in the CPL Premier League Division 1. See you tomorrow, and in the meantime, have some fun with some Civilization 6 gaming. Bye bye.